My name is Dicer, your benevolent host, and I'm joined today on the cast by Jay Beto. Jay Beto. Oh, I'm deafened. There we go. I'm joined today on the cast by Jay Beto.
What's good, my Crips?
Snowy is also here as one of our casters,
Hello.
and Vinny's here, but he's deafened, so probably not gonna say anything. But that's okay. Today we are going to be bringing you guys the first set of Season 2 OCL Cognitive Chickens versus Dandy Demons. Should be a good set. Hey, Joe Beto.
Yeah, I agree. I'm actually really excited to see this. Lots of good, like things I'm hoping to see between every lane, basically.
Absolutely, and now that we're on the new mid-season patch, I think that things are going to be pretty exciting with some of the new support builds and a lot of the new items that are coming through.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what the team's take on the meta is, because obviously it's only been out for a day, maybe. Unless you're no lifing playing 24/7, 2 days, but yeah, not lots of time to prepare. So we'll see.
Absolutely. Well, let's start things off by introducing some of the teams that are going to be in Season 2 of OCL. We've changed things up a little bit, as opposed to last season where we had 8 teams competing in the league. This season we have 11 teams, which do not fit onto one ladder. We're letting all the teams compete for an opportunity at the prize pool. All 11 teams will compete for points. Wins obviously earning you points. Getting a 2-0 in a best of 3 set during the round robin will lead you to additional points, and by the end of the round robins, the top 6 teams will go into the finals. So we have Cognitive Chickens, Dandy Demons, OBB, Thunderclap Death Wyverns, Shell Shocked, Desto's 10-minute microwave miracles. We also have Cash Money, Power Buff Girls, Five Guys, Three Lanes, Biogravity Finance, and Puri in the lineup this season. So a lot of teams and a lot of really good names on those teams as well, which we'll get into a bit later. Who are you excited to see, Jay Better, on some of these rosters?
Um, I'm actually really excited. I've got the rosters up here on my other screen. I'm really excited to see, obviously, chickens with a bit of a swapped around roster. I'm excited to see what they can bring specifically against OBB. Obviously, that team is the team that won last season, so that's going to be a really exciting matchup. And then quite a few teams, obviously. I would like to see how we play against a lot of these teams. But yeah, Dande Demons, Desto's 10-minute Microwave Miracles, looking like some strong teams coming up. And then, I am really excited to see a lot of these other teams. I want to see how Puri does, how Powerpuff Girls do, how Biogravity Finance does. Like, even if they don't, like, they're not in contention for 1 or 2, potentially, I mean, anything could happen. We don't know. But, like, just from my, like, how I would power scale these teams, maybe the mid-tier teams, I'm still excited to watch those games.
Yeah,
Obviously,
absolutely.
I'm very excited to see Cash Money play. That's probably what I'm most excited for.
Oh, without a doubt, a top tier team for sure to watch and keep an eye out for. And yeah, absolutely, I'm really excited, especially for some of their ex-OPL players that are coming back, and kind of bringing some life back to the scene and keeping things exciting.
Yeah.
So yeah, this should be a really, really good season. And as you said, some of these newer teams, Puri, Powerbuff Girls, all those people, bringing in the opportunity to bring a bit more learning to the scene for those lower tier teams or some of the newer teams, and get a bit of competitive edge for themselves.
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, the only real way to get better at playing competitive Smite is to play competitive Smite. So I think this is going to be a big season for growing. Because other than OBB, I guess chickens sort of have the same roster, but if you want to say exactly the same, OBB is the only team in the entire league with the exact same roster. So everyone's got lots to improve on. I know a lot of scrims have been happening, so yeah, it's going to be good. It's going to be
Absolutely.
good to watch.
Absolutely. Well, let's jump in and have a look at the schedule for this first week of matches. Obviously, tonight's game, Cognitive Chickens versus Dandy Demons, and we'll talk a bit more about that as we go into it. Later on in this first round, we've got OBB versus Thunderclap Death Wyverns. Should be an interesting one for sure. Don't think I'm going to talk too much about our strats going into that one, but I am excited.
Yeah, hiding the strats. Don't want to get sniped.
No, obviously not. Shell Shocked versus Desto's 10-minute microwave miracles. And I don't think that our other casters are going to give away their strats either, but I think that should be also quite a good set. Cash Money versus Powerbuff Girls, and later on in the round as well, Five Guys 3 Lanes versus Spy Gravity Finance with a buy for Puri this week. So some good sets there, 100%.
Good thing is too, because some of Puri is away right now, so it's good that they've got a buy. Obviously, that's completely accidental. I didn't even know that he one of the players was away until he messaged me because I'm friends with Puri. But
Yeah.
yeah, lucky them.
Very convenient that. Very exciting first round and a good opportunity to check out all of these teams and all of these rosters in this first week. Speaking of which, let's go and have a look at the Chickens roster. Bit of a change up from last season. Now bringing in Claffer to the support role and switching Nana to mid, Sagoris back into ADC as well. What do you reckon going on there? How do you feel about those switch ups for them?
Well, I've had only anybody ever say that Legoris is one of the best ADCs, if not the best in OCE. We had a bit of a debate behind the scenes, the end of last season, about who the best ADC was, and funnily enough, both of the ADCs in question didn't like the fact that they were the two best. So, I know, shocking. So, really good to see Legoris go back on. Obviously, Nan playing back in mid, that's where we want to see him.
Yeah.
And yeah, Claffer bringing Claffer in. I have seen them play together. I don't know if he subbed for them once, but I've seen them play off stream. And yeah, I'm very excited to see this team tonight, I
Absolutely.
guess.
I think that
I want to
these
see,
guys.
yeah, what everyone can bring, I guess.
Yeah, definitely. I think Nan in the mid role really can shine there, and you're absolutely right. Fagoris ADC should do a lot of work for his team there as well. Claffer, I've seen him supporting for a while now, especially, and I'm really excited to see what he can bring to the role and kind of potentially change up the OC meta a little bit with his picks.
Mm.
That should be
And then
quite interesting.
obviously, we've got Vem and Stoinis. Same roles as last season. We kind of know exactly what they're going to bring. Vematron, lots of pressure out of the solo lane. Very solid player.
Mm.
And Stoinis, quite a intellectual jungler, I would say. Says himself that he's not the most mechanical, but when it comes to reading the game and his eye for things, I would definitely agree that he is. Yeah, he definitely shines there. Makes some really good plays.
Absolutely. I think the only thing to watch out for these guys is obviously now with these role swaps going on, hopefully they've had an opportunity to get some scrims out and get some practice back onto their roles here. The person I think to watch out for is Nine in mid. Obviously switching from support to mid this season can be a little bit difficult to go from a tank to a carry. So I'm curious to see if he's able to sort of meet up with that adjustment period. We'll have to see. All right. Well, while we're talking about the chickens, let's see if we can get one of them in for an interview and have a quick chat.
I can see a Nan in the chat. I can see a Claffer in the chat. Any of you guys want to join in quick for
I think
some
if
questions?
Clough is around, that would be awesome. Maybe get the captains
One
in.
beer bill. We've got him.
We've got him.
Dragon. We've got him in general.
Let's bring him up here for an interview. There we go. Hello, Clough
Hello,
man.
sir.
Hello everyone.
Welcome to season 2. How you feeling?
Good. I'm just getting my gamer glasses and chewing gum ready.
Oh boy, you know that we're
He's in the
officially
Shinto
sponsored
passive.
by. True.
Mhm.
We're officially sponsored by G Fuel, so I hope that you're drinking your G Fuel as well. So.
No lawsuits, please.
Doesn't that have lead in it?
Oh god, there's the lawsuit. So, Clough, how you feeling coming into the main roster support for the chickens this season? Any anything big that you're thinking about doing for the team?
I'm feeling good. I slot in really well because obviously I played with them a lot.
Yep.
And I was their coach for last season, so it's not really that big of a change, honestly.
100%.
But yeah, I feel good. It's just I bring a lot of presence to the team we didn't have in the first season, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And obviously some significant role swaps coming out from the team, bringing Nan back into mid and Thogoros back into ADC. We were just talking about, Thogoros potentially being one of the best ADCs in OCE. Some pretty big changes. Any particular picks or anything we should watch out from those two, or how they feeling going back into those roles?
Theg is probably my goat, honestly, for ADC. He is very good. He's silently good.
I think he's
And
loudly
in mid
good.
last season,
He's
he
tall
was
too.
still pumping,
Yeah.
even though he was in mid, which I don't think is his strongest role. And William is Nan, I should say, is a long-time mid player. So we slot back into that pretty easily.
It's good to see. I'm very, very excited to see how the roster goes. And tonight, going against the Dande Demons, have you had an opportunity to sort of look through their roster, some of their picks and that? Got a plan for tonight?
Yeah, we've got a plan sorted. Their roster's pretty much the same as Built Different of last season, minus Carter.
Yep.
So we kind of already know what this team's all about. So we do have a good plan coming in, and we're looking to bust out some secret weapons.
Ooh,
So hopefully we can get this set over before the servers go down.
that'd be lovely. That would be very lovely to see.
Is that at
Oh,
9 or?
It is a
That is
9
at 8:30.
at 8:30 for us.
Oh,
Or is it? I don't know.
What? Wait. Okay. Cool. Wait. Is there a bot? Like a thoth bot?
Yeah, man.
Okay. I'll check it. I'll check it.
All right. Well, Claff, excited to see how you guys go tonight, and hopefully,
9 for me. So
yeah, 8:30
that's
for us.
yeah. Still a while.
Hopefully things go well tonight. Thanks for coming in for an interview, and good luck.
yes. Thank you, everyone.
Cheers, Claff.
Goodbye.
See ya.
Doesn't go 3 games then, I guess. Or we'll have to.
We'll have to see
That's
what
it.
happens. All right. Well, let's check out the Demons
So,
team as well while we're here. Very similar, as Claff said, to season 1's lineup. With
Yeah.
a bit of a change up, Endless in mid now instead of King Carter. What do you reckon for these guys going into this season? Obviously, a very strong team last season.
Yeah, definitely. They came third, right? Correct?
They did indeed come third.
Yeah, so obviously, strong team coming up in the lineup. Not too sure where they're gonna be in the whole scope of everything, but I haven't seen these guys play. I will say I haven't been around when we scrimmed them, so I know nothing about this team. I have no idea how Endless is gonna perform in mid.
Mhm.
But I guess I'm just excited to see. That's all I gotta say about this team. Really, just Abs, solid and solo, Melbs, Jed, Tiger Max, all pretty solid. Solid. You know what?
Yeah, man.
Solid in their roles. I'm just I've got a bit of question mark on Endless, but that's only because I genuinely haven't seen him play. I know that he's probably pretty decent from the things that I've heard, but haven't seen him in any league games, and I don't watch scrims. So
Fair enough. I think yeah, I mean we've scrimmed them a couple of times, and it's been some pretty good sets coming out from their team as well. So and I know how much Jed especially loves to test things out and get in and just sort of work the meta. So it'll be really, really good to see how these guys sort of transition into season 2.
yeah.
All right. Well, let's get Jed in for an interview. I believe he's around to chat to us about the Demons team. Hopefully, probably.
There he is,
There
Crypt
he
9.
is. He has access to this chat, but that's fine. I'll move him in. Hello, Jed.
Oh, hello.
Welcome to season 2 of OCL. How are you feeling, my friend?
Nervous as always, but excited. It's a new seat. The update's pretty cool, so it should be fun.
Yeah, I think now you're the second support main that I've spoken to, because I just spoke to Claff on the most recent interview, and
Just superior players, I guess.
we just are. We just absolutely are superior players, and this patch just suits us so well.
Such a good match.
How you have you got any sort of pocket picks or anything that you've worked yourself out for this patch?
Not really.
He's trying to get you to reveal your strats.
I just need to be ready for our set.
Sadly, I did all the scrims before this new update, so I'm
Mm.
not really for sure. But I think we got a good idea of what we want to play.
Yep, that's good to hear. And obviously going into the Chickens tonight, a bit of a difficult matchup. But you guys did come third last season to their second place. So is there anything sort of that you're planning against the Chickens, or any way that you kind of know how to contest their sort of aggression in the mid to late game?
I mean, I still feel like we're just getting used to each other as a team.
Yep.
We're slowly building that teamwork. We do have to sub out possibly for our first game.
Oof.
Tiger Max is MIA, so we had to get the Bartman in.
I mean, I love
Oh.
seeing the Bachi, man. There's only
do
one
like
god
the
that he can
Bachi,
pick. Love to see it. And obviously Endless now into the mid lane instead of Carter. The big difference for your team this season. How you feeling bringing him in now? Good transition?
I'm pretty good actually. I really like the knowledge that Endless brings in. He's very, he's a veteran player.
Yep.
So compared to, the newbie Vaz Carter, I think it's pretty good for our team.
Yeah, absolutely. I was saying before during the conversation I was having with Jay Better that it's really, really exciting to see some of these veteran players coming back and shaking up the scene a fair bit. So
And of course, Endless and Abs have history, so they work very well together too. So
Absolutely.
Endless abs. I like that.
pretty good.
Any questions you've got, Jay Beto?
No, not at all. I have some interest in their game plan and everything, but obviously don't wanna dox that out on stream. I'm just excited to see you guys play. So good luck, boys.
Easy. Thank you so much.
Cheers, Jade. Have a good one, man. Good luck.
Bye.
All right. Well,
Uh,
very exciting. Let's go.
Do we know how long until the game starts?
Should be about 5 minutes time. I'm
All right.
curious to get a bit of perspective from the other casters on what they think about this matchup though between chickens and demons. Snowy, what do you reckon? Who you giving it to for this set?
It's my mic. Hell, sorry. Didn't.
I can't
Is
wait
this thing
for chat.
on? Is this thing on?
Please chat,
I-
roast him.
I think that the chickens should take this set, but purely because they've been together for so long. The core roster of like Vam, Lath, and Nan, they've been playing together for like probably going on 2+ years.
Yeah.
So I kind of feel that just the mesh of the team is going to be more on the chicken side, and they're going to have a more defined playstyle.
Absolutely.
But that's not to say that the demons aren't going to have a chance here. I think that individual skill level, it's all pretty close. It really will just come up to team play.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Well, we are getting into picks and bans now.
I'm gonna not look at the Discord stream,
Yeah, I would avoid doing
so
that.
I can have a
if I were you.
genuine reaction.
Let me switch us over to our new picks and bans.
Oh,
There
big
we
reveal.
go. Looking very clean now. Very exciting.
I will say, while we jump into these picks and bans,
Indeed,
I
say
am
things.
very, very excited to see what everybody is going to be playing. Like, I'm obviously, oh, sorry, my expectations for support are obvious in that the fact that I have a feeling we're going to see a lot of CC heavy supports with
Yep.
the 60% cooldown, the new upgrade, the new starters and the new starter upgrades at level 15. Support's feeling a lot stronger than it was a couple of days ago. I wouldn't be surprised to see, and obviously, sorry, the DR changes as well. I wouldn't be surprised to see some CC heavy supports come out, as we do already see. Same bans as last patch,
pretty
but
commonly
yeah,
the same.
Yamoja and Kepri from the supports, and then yeah, Freya banned out as well. I'm not surprised. Freya's still really, really strong.
Yeah.
Not too sure. How do you reckon she feels with the new the hunter item, the one that makes your autos move faster? Reckon she's good with that?
Freya, I don't think it's worth it as an item at the moment. To be honest with you, I think that
Oh, okay.
I think
That's-
that's
Ban's just left.
Yeah, no, I'm resetting it because it seems like it's struggling a little bit here for some reason.
Oh, there we go.
If tech
Right.
support is available to see what's going on there, that would be great.
I'm missing one, but
Yeah,
also
exactly.
early man. Yeah, I feel like there's just too much damage lost on that item. The-
Yeah, pretty much.
The auto payoff, if it was like 50% attack speed, maybe.
Yeah.
But it's like 20 or something. Is it really? These bands are looking real good.
Yeah, Erlang and Chernobyl bands are quite interesting going out there.
Yeah. Are you looking at the stream?
I am indeed looking at the stream and I see those there. Yes, that should be Chernobyl. I don't know what is going on with this right now.
That's alright. I'll just keep talking. Yeah, I feel like that item could be really, really good, but I feel like it needs a bit of tweaking. I feel like that obviously you don't want to just give it like too low damage.
Yeah.
Okay, the Chernobyl got fixed. What's the second ban on
The second ban on
Kepri?
it's Kepri Carly Erlang.
Okay, yes, not surprising, but two really, really strong junglers left open, and Cog Chicken's picking up the first one in this Nem. What do you think about this Nem?
I am really excited to see this NEM. I think that, we've, as a lot of the teams have been, putting a fair bit of priority on her. I think that, she builds well in multiple directions. She, is a strong auto attacker. That shield is still ridiculous, and the heal that you can get out of it is insane at the moment as well.
Yeah, it definitely feels like a god that you can slot into a lot of team comps that feel really good.
Yeah, absolutely. She's not just a tank shredder, but as a tank shredder, she's fantastic. So
Still one-shot squishies because she's an auto attack jungler. And late game god as well, so...
absolutely. So I'm quite
You
excited
got a
to see that.
50% win rate. Wow, that's actually a really interesting stat. Played 20 times with a 50% win rate.
Yeah,
That's really interesting.
those are our season 1 stats, but the fact that she was played
Yeah,
that many
still.
times and has a 50% win
He's
rate
played
is
a
ridiculous.
lot and
Yeah.
has a good win rate. As looks like a Raven ESET hover. This looks very, very similar to a team we played.
Yeah, very similar as a matter of fact. I think,
Yeah.
I mean, Raven is such a strong pick at the moment as well. He just doesn't die.
Yeah, we know it's your boy Sean loves Raven Solo. That entire team loves Raven Solo, obviously. They really think it's super strong.
Yeah.
I'm completely kidding. They hate that god. But I don't particularly either hate or love it. Like, played it in scrims at night and it felt decent. It does the job that it's supposed to, right? It just lives. He just doesn't ever die. And if that's what you want from your frontliner, it definitely does do that. Like, that's a great pick. However, if you need something more, it's not, it's not gonna, I don't know, 1v5. It's not a Kakulin, it's not a Cthulhu. It doesn't have much control. It's just a, never die god.
Yeah, absolutely.
As we have this ESET hover too. Not quite sure if they're, waiting for a bit longer. Decent god, but I wouldn't be surprised to see this in support, to be honest.
Yeah, I think with the build at the moment, ESET is a really, really strong god to chuck into support right now.
Yeah, lots of CC.
You are losing a little bit on the healing if you go towards that low nose direction, and especially if you're going towards the CDR build as well that some of the supports are going on. But the mitigations and the way that you can force just spirit ball silence is so strong. So I think that's a fantastic pick to be able to go towards.
These guys have like 300 seconds bank time apparently.
Yeah, look, leave me alone. I'm doing the best that I can with this system, okay?
That's fine. I'm just playing.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I do like that team. Obviously, it could be a set mid. Could be Raven jungle. My prediction would be Raven solo, ESET support.
Yep.
As we have, I'm assuming that means the ESET got locked in.
It did, but it's not locking in on that.
That's alright. That's alright. So we got a Nox lock in and Jingwei hover. I'm gonna say that that's also a lock in just because of the other bug. But yeah, that's got to be a Nox support.
I would assume so. I think Clive.
I'm not going to talk too much about the Jingwei. It's just a really strong pick. Somehow made it through picks and bans. It's never going to die. It does the same thing it's always done. But this Nox, very interesting. We've got double mage
games played in season 1 of the Nox with a 50% win rate. I think though that this season I'm really excited to see Nox with this build. She plays so well into it. But just being able to spam down that silence combo, the ult is really strong as well to be able to have on such a low cooldown, and being able to build into a heap of prots with low nose and get some mitigations on board as well is so strong to be able to do.
Obviously, I would say a bit more mechanical than the ESET pickup because, first of all, you don't have the press 4 win ultimate like you do with ESET. And even if you've got low nose, it still does the mitigations. It still has base. When your damage is getting reduced, but you do have a decent amount of healing, a decent amount of damage. But with the Nox, sure you've got the massive silence. It's bigger than ESET 3, but so big silence. But the root can be hard to hit. And you don't have the press 4 win ultimate that you do on ESET. You've got the damage reduction from her ult, but it is technically a skill shot, not the hardest to hit, but more of a skill shot than any of ESET's abilities besides maybe her 2. Looks like a Thor.
Yeah, Thor
lock in. Thor lock in?
Locked in, yes.
Alright, so that is definitely... Actually, you know what? I don't even know. I would be very surprised if this is Thor solo rather than jungle. But it could be.
It could be.
It could be. I'm going to put my money... There you go, the color's fixed. I'm going to put my money on Raven solo Thor jungle.
Thor did get a nice little buff.
Thank you for the raid, Andy Soul.
Oh, yeah. Cheers for that. Sorry, I'm paying attention to so
many
things right now.
That's good.
Yeah, Thor got a really nice little buff going into the jungle this patch. So I think that he can play quite well at the moment. And I mean, you chuck a Raven into solo and you've got a Thor just to gank the entire map right now, put some pressure onto that Jingwei. I think
I
that's
will
a really
say
strong pickup.
these team comps are both really, really interesting. I am very excited to watch these games. I will say, like, we haven't seen Thor in a while. We haven't seen an ESET support in a while. We haven't seen a Nox genuine Nox pick in a long
No,
time.
100%. And I
And
mean,
and
yeah.
this is a competitive matchup right now. Like chickens versus demons, you want to see competitive comps, unless they're trolling, which I don't think they are.
No, I
I
think
feel
that
like these are real picks.
competitive picks at the moment. You're 100% right.
As we get into the second phase of bans, Poseidon, Yu Huang, no real surprises there, just
No.
the same stuff from
Yeah.
last season. Yu Huang feeling a lot better, I will say, this season, really strong. Obviously, Poseidon's still really strong.
That is
Missing
correct.
a mid laner. And then on the chicken side, we've got Baron and Geb. Like I said, just two CC supports. Has Cthulhu locked in for the
No,
demons?
Cthulhu
I
not locked in
am
for the
no, not
demons.
Cthulhu locked in
Not
for the
Cthulhu
demons.
locked in for the
Forget
demons.
that. Yeah, Baron and Geb, the last two bans for chickens. Like I said, again, just two CC supports. The build really good on Baron, sorry, with low nose and the full cooldown. I would assume the same thing on Geb. Probably not low nose, maybe low nose, but I would probably say benevolence. But still, that 60% cooldown, ridiculous on a god like Geb. Just infinite shields.
Yeah,
You've got knock
absolutely.
up all the time.
As well as that, you're not. I don't know actually how it interacts with the percentage health ultimate if you've got the low nose and the CDR item, whether or not your damage is reduced.
That
from
is
I would assume that
interesting.
it is.
Well, you'd have to
Um,
know which math, because Smite works in like it's this gets applied before this.
Yeah.
Like that's
Yeah.
the way that it's coded. So if it's damage reduction first, then it would be. But if it's true damage or percent health damage first, then it would be a really, really good pickup. But Neath locked in instead of that Cthulhu. Lots and lots of pressure coming out. Some global ults on demons. Definitely see what their game plan is going to be. No surprises coming out there. And the Cthulhu is
Cthulhu
on
hell.
the chickens, and the hell. Interesting. I don't know what the hell is here for. I will say.
Genuinely, the fact that we've got an error on that win rate and 0 played in season 1 means that she had not been played at all in season 1 by the looks of it. So, very excited to see the premiere of Hell here as Barkus is locked in on the demon side, and we
Yeah, I'm not
shortly be
Surprised to see that Barkus locked in. Obviously, anti-heal, but yeah, the hell really surprises me. You typically see hell in like into Daji, someone like that, someone with a lot of CC, and I don't really see that from the Dande Demons comp right now. I don't see lots and lots of CC that you would need at hell for. Maybe they value the healing, but maybe to match this ESET, because ESET is now going into mid, as the Barkus is locked in. Sorry, I missed that bit, but
yeah.
So yeah, maybe that helped, but that was before the Arcus was picked. So I have no idea. I'm very excited to see, as I believe
Very shortly be passing it off to the casters. I'm just going to do this real quick.
Oh, good. All right. Well, from these team comps, I really don't know what I like and what I don't like. Obviously, chickens have Nem and Cthulhu, so they've got the Cthulhu, they got Squid, and then they've got the really, really good Squid counter.
Yeah.
So I don't really know what the demons comp plan is. You could just sit in ESET ult when the Cthulhu ults and try and just heal off all of his damage, but you're sitting completely still into Nox Nemesis Hell.
Yeah, absolutely. Well,
I feel like that's a really bad idea.
Let's see what our casters think. We're going to pass it off over to them. Thank you, Jay Better, for joining me. Snowy and Vinny, you can take over from here.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the new season of the Smite OCL. Starting off with a really good match, and what do you think, Vintage? You missed the little bit of pre-game. How are you feeling about this match?
Hi, I'm Vintage. Wait, what was that? What was the question?
How are you feeling about this match?
I'm very excited. These are two really good teams from last season. It's the third and second seed, I believe, both with some roster changes. And on this new patch, I think it would be really exciting to see how they match up against each other. They've both also been scrimming a lot.
Yeah, there has been a lot of scrims coming into this season, so I think it's going to be a lot closer between everyone. But the big thing that I want to point out straight away is we're already seeing a Nox support with the new items Protector's Mask.
Yeah, I think that's one of the more obvious things that you can do with the new patch is these mage supports with the loners. Just works really well.
Yeah,
And,
absolutely.
I think both these players have both like Nox quite a lot.
Yeah, not particularly crazy into the Raven, but other than that, pretty solid into the rest of the team. Able to shut down the Thor spin,
Ooh,
stop
really
him
gang.
teleporting away.
Really, are they gank? That's double dash. The Taur's here as well, though. That's a lot of turn damage, and no one dies. Interesting early gank into solo. You don't really see that too much. You usually see the junglers going to 2v2 in mid.
Yeah, warding Sigil putting in work there, protecting Abs Pro from taking fatal
Yeah,
damage.
really he was dead. He did it. He does also have TP as well for getting back to lane. Both solo laners have TP. But yeah, I think I am a bigger fan of the chickens comp, and also looks like Endless is dead now.
Everyone overextending. Nice Spirit Ball coming out to get the stun, but might not be enough.
Oh,
Nailed
that was
it here.
TPing
Teleported
past
a bit
his.
far.
Oh, that was a rough TP, but I think his mid laner was dead anyway. But he's fine. That's his
Using
beats
the
as well,
slow.
though. Yeah, that's rough. Endless was winning the trade in mid, but just kind of wasn't aware where the junglers were, and that's first blood for chickens.
Yeah, I mean, super easy cleanup for Stoinis just to walk in, help out his mid laner. The Isis
Yeah.
have already wing gust. How are you gonna get away?
Well, ESET, yes. But that's a very rough start for ESET. You kind of want to be ahead on that pick. It's really into a hell as well. This hyper late game god getting first blooded by it does not feel good.
Yeah, do you think that we'll be seeing one of the new items, the Fey Blessed Earrings, I think they're called, coming out onto the Hell? What are your opinions on that?
I do not like that item at all. And
No?
you already see the first thing that she's building has no CDR on it, so it's going to be very hard for her to get any value from that. You have to basically build Cronus Pendant, Mirrored, and Soul Gem, everything, to get above 60%. And you also just do no damage and healing with it.
The Fey Blessed one is the one that drops a shield when they heal.
Oh. Well, no. I don't know what that item does, really, but I don't think so. Doesn't it give you... It gives you your shield, right?
It drops a not a shower. It drops a flower on
Nice
the
little shower.
If it's a shower,
Yeah.
no Smite player would be picking it up. But it drops a flower on the floor, and
Ooh.
when you pick it up, you
Is that
get
a
a shield.
stolen purple?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, Jed just being a bit of a pest. Has no mana, but it doesn't really look like they're gonna catch him.
There's no way you like to see, especially with a Nox, you can kind of stop that from happening very easily. But yeah, I don't think the new earrings are too good on mid, either of them. Both of them is kind of just a wasted slot in mid where you really need all of your items to be giving you a lot of value.
Yeah, especially on a Hell, you want to be contributing as much as you can on such an immobile god.
Seems I wasn't here for any of the pregame, but it seems we need to have Barchi Man sub in, not on the Hachi Man though.
No, and that is a name change. Bit strange.
Yeah, not a great one, but this is his signature god, and he's on the Neef ADC, which I'm not a fan of.
Yeah, and I mean, he's going for the super cheese mannequin's hidden blade build and just gonna try and half health someone, but I think in a
It's
comp
good.
game, it actually matters a lot less than it would in your casuals. It's, I guess,
Yes and
easier
no,
to play
because
around it.
big engagement here in mid. Looks like Insult's just gonna get forced and it's a wash. Yeah, one-shotting people with Neef ult is always good, and especially if you have good comms with it, you can just get your jungler to 1v1 someone and then one-shot them as well. But I just don't like it that much in ADC. In ADC, I usually just want something that hyperscales, like, and in mid, Neef does really well because she just pressures and has
Well, there's the first
global
Neef ult
ults.
coming out.
Well, it was on a kill, and it looks like Snows might be in trouble as well. He's getting burped on, he's gonna get stunned.
That is
Shot from
his
his support.
status. No mana
Yeah.
from the Dread, so can't really catch it.
Still a really nice pick onto the Hell. They also got Hell Beads and a Nox Shell there, and didn't really use anything. That's a really good play from Dande Demons.
Oracle's control coming out of it as well. Clapper trying to be as annoying as he can.
Silence
up
out,
getting
looks like they're
any
gonna get both, yeah. It's like Freelo and Solo, which is interesting as well. I think we've seen that for a bit. And Vematron building nothing from the new patch. Classic Vematron. If he was real man, would have gone to Rangdas.
Yeah, I don't know how many new things we'll be seeing. I do expect to see maybe the new Executioners coming out onto the Jingwei. With
Yeah, they both
the
are very good.
with the crit reduction being added to Celestial Legion Helm, if the Cthulhu, or if the Ravana decides to get a Spectral, and then the Isis decides to get a Celestial Helm, it's really going to be hard for him to pick a target with the crit.
Well, Jingwei always does have some sort of crit, but it will be interesting to see what they build for the new patch. And it's also interesting to see how well this Nox does with the Lonos. But yeah, Also, just like a few interesting picks besides the new patch. Tor, not really something you picked every day, but it still does its job of just killing backliners really easily with the ult.
Yeah, and super easy to dive on an unsuspecting hell, not able to cleanse herself in time.
Yeah, I'm just kind of. Actually, there's no Lono's Rav in this patch, right? Yeah, so it'll just be the warding sigil, and I actually like that a lot more, because with this Tor and this Raven, you really just want them to see them bruising the hell in the back line and doing as much damage as possible.
Bit of
What
a
a
scrap
scuffle
coming
in the
out
jungle,
in the
yeah.
jungles, yeah. Going the way of Daddy Melbs there, actually. Stoinis dropping just above half health.
Yeah, in a full commitment fight, you basically never want to be taking that fight as Tor. Nam just wins that every single time, but dog traits is fine.
Super early Divine Ruin coming out from Endless as well.
Yeah, it's interesting. I'd hope to see him get the new Mirrodin as well, because I think that's really strong. He's decided to not go stacking, which is interesting. But yeah, you definitely do need Divine this game.
First item though.
It also can be slightly rough, because with the Conduit, you don't really have that much MP5. And then you're going a flat pen item with no MP5 on it as well. A lot of times you go Chronos Pendant with Conduit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it should be fine.
Ward
See what
getting
he-
up on that blue
after.
buff. Looking to get ready for the next spawn.
Yeah, it doesn't look like they're going to commit to the invades, and that's Isis Beats forcing them. ESET, excuse me. It's harder than you'd think. And it looks like they're going for a
I'm
full
aware.
invade on the red buff with the Nem and the Jingwei rotation as well, but Tor's on the enemy blue buff.
Looks like that's pretty free. Bart might be caught out here at the purple buff. Gonna
Yeah, he should be alright,
damage.
but he's giving up his
good
purple buff,
dash
which
to
always
avoid
sucks.
the arrow. But yeah, that purple buff that's gonna go the way to chickens.
Well, you kind of just see the diff from having pressure in duo and mid into just having pressure in solo. Just only getting the blue buff compared to getting a purple and red. It's kind of way better for blue team.
Yeah, absolutely. It's literally 2 buffs compared to 1.
Yeah. You also do see only about a 600 gold lead for a blue team, which really isn't that impactful, but as a hell, you always want to be scaling. It's Jingwei as well.
Looking for a counter invade here though. Jed's being really annoying. Gonna pick it up. No one there with him. We got Clapper lurking around the corner. Could be a big collapse here, but they don't look like they quite want to pull the trigger.
They don't have a jungler around, there's nothing they can do. They're invading into a 2v3. If Melvus was there, sure. He has a big ult.
Yeah, I thought Clapper might try to look for a silence route and then blow him up.
The red
with
buff is still not done. They could come to this. This is just a really delayed farm for blue team, even if they don't invade this.
Yeah, Nan's not been back in mid for a hot minute. Jed's still looking here, being the absolute pest that he is.
You can get that really easily.
Oh,
Oh,
mistimes
rough.
the ult, but a nice try. Doesn't lose much for it apart
Mel
from
was
the 90-second
ulting.
cooldown.
Looks like it was early shell from Claff.
Getting the scenic view of the map, wants to go to the mid camp.
Yeah, both mid camps. You'd probably want a bit more from your jungler there, considering that they had the enemy's red buff in limbo for about 40 seconds. But getting both mids is still fine.
I respect the idea to try and look for an engage there, and I'm glad he was confident enough to waste the cooldown trying to do it, but just didn't quite work out his favor.
Yeah. You do see here that east side is completely out of mana with that build, like I mentioned. You would like to see maybe a coin or something after that. Yeah, it's like, yeah, game is fairly even.
That whole engagement where they were standing at red, now the Dande Demon's red is back up. Now I'm gonna go for the solo invade, gonna drop before he can get there, but nothing.
did he get that?
Again.
And didn't pick it up, but I'm sure if he got it. I think he might have just left it on the ground. It was whole beats force, and Melps hammers the wall, unfortunately. He gets shelled. It's taking a lot of tower shots. There's also a Jingwei here, and no one dies somehow.
That's a good collapse though. They've got the Trebuchet coming through to mid, and that should
Yeah,
keep the mid
this is
tier
big
1
force in
tower gone.
mid. Eastside just coming back now. Misses and hits the Spirit Ball at the same time. Gets silenced and rooted. She's very dead. Yeah, this
Neepal
is rough.
come through.
Wait, she
Doesn't
did
do
have
a whole
beats. Huh. Alright, Ab's throwing mid now. And yeah, this Trebuchet actually already got the tower. Kind of just ate away at it. That's a really good force from chickens to use the Trebuchet for their map pressure.
Yeah, and now it's just back to business as usual. Gareth doesn't lose too much over there in the ADC lane. Lost about maybe a wave and a half. Bart shouldn't be able to get this tower.
Yeah, it's still down a level as well. Yeah, it's just a good play from the chickens to force with the Trebuchet. And you kind of see Endless not really used to having that many people peeking into his mid lane that early and sieging his tower, but that's just kind of something you can do with the Trebuchet.
Invade coming out here from them. Melbs is on the way.
You get that? He did get that. Good invade. But there's no way
Yeah.
they can kill this Cthulhu here.
Yeah, look, he's still looking for a fight. Back in there, spits on him, and now he's walking his way out.
Yeah, he's playing for fun with 2 Fizzdy items. Really having a good time on the new patch.
Well, it's good to test the waters. This is their first game in the OCL.
Absolutely,
And they want to have a
absolutely.
good showing. Bart coming out with actually a pretty good trade onto the Goras, but he has some
Yeah.
backup here. The Nox is going to come through. Silence
That's the
and
beads.
Root do connect, but yeah, beads come out.
Really well played from Claffer so far. He's been getting a lot of sets of beads.
This is a good answer on the Pyromancer, but they
Yeah.
obviously are just going to trade the Gold Fury for it.
I really might be able to stop that, honestly. He's pretty big for this. Well, yeah, they don't
he's,
have any sold yet.
Real pets, and they steal the
Yeah,
Pyromancer.
the chickens get it with the Cthulhu, and he can still keep going. The
You
Golden
hate to
chickens
see
also
that.
get the Gold Fury.
Thor ult coming up, Ice Assault drops, pops it on him, doesn't do much. Thor gonna land off the mark. Oh, and he fears everyone away.
That's a
Neath ult coming through, blocked by Clapper, nothing is done there.
That's unlucky.
That's not unlucky, that is just skill diff.
Whoa. Yeah, you hate to see that.
And Bart
And
gets
then
cleaned up.
Bart dead as well. And you saw this game just go from like 800 gold to 5k in just a few mistakes.
Yeah, that a few critical mistakes, but just a couple.
Yeah, honestly, like, you can kind of see where they're coming from. As a team, you're not really expecting to get 1v4'd, so I did like the Pyro call, but they just didn't respect the Cthulhu enough, and it's really unfortunate they didn't have use that all up in time. It's just a few seconds after. But yeah, very rough scene now for the Dande Demons.
Yeah, 2-level gap in pretty much... Well, just the ADC and support, but 1 level on every other role at the moment, and it's only going to grow, I can imagine.
Yeah. They do. The chickens have a really nice snowball comp. Basically, everything they have is just kind of gravy if you're ahead. Like, going into late game is Hell and Jingwei and Nemesis, you're just always happy into the enemy comp. And they're also ahead.
Yeah, and we see early executioners coming out from the Jingwei. Not going to upgrade it just yet, but still a good item to have to be able to get through.
Interesting, you want the Death's Gloves.
If he's just planning to farm, I think it's a very good choice. You know, the item's still very good as a life steal item.
Revolt as well. Looks like they're not going to be able to catch him though. Maybe? No, that's
No,
Blink.
blinks away. Cthulhu's up, and he's unbothered by these 3 people in his lane, looking for a fight.
Yeah. You can kind of see. This is just unlucky for the Dande Demons. Their comp kind of is just falling apart and they haven't really played around it perfectly. And going into this late game, they have nothing to kill Cthulhu with, if you look at it. They have really bad tank damage and Cthulhu loves that.
Yeah, so that's what I'm kind of wondering if Bartman will end up picking up the kin size. Even though it's not quite what he wants to go with this one-shot Neath build, I think it still might be necessary to even have a chance of taking out that Cthulhu.
Well, Kins itself has like 40 power on it. It's not that bad of a power item. Obviously, it's not like Heartseeker or anything, but probably needed this game. But you still won't be shredding the Cthulhu as much as you'd want. And Isa just doesn't really do tank damage that well. Yeah, it looks... Oh, that's a good Spirit Ball into Narn in mid. That's beats forced.
Oh, that's a nice
Ooh.
flop.
Really nice
Nice
play
flop.
from Endless there. That was easy pick onto the enemy mid lane. He got his beats as well. But it looks like there's a gank in solo. And purple being invaded. Both of equal importance, but that's alright.
Four-man rotation.
Looks like there's a big fight doing now. Yep.
Charging up the ult, looking to maybe try and catch out Goras. Gets
Nice
thrown, but I
default,
don't
but
think-
yeah, it's a Jingwei. You can't really flop on him. It's no way of killing that god. It's
Yeah,
too
just look
safe.
to claim some of the jungle, maybe take some of their chalices.
I feel like they should be going for their T1 there, but I suppose the hell kill is enough, and we don't need to get anything after it. But
Yeah,
they do
it
get the
is-
ores, which is nice.
Oh, here comes the Milkin, gonna take the
Just
chalice.
sucking all the stuff out.
It is interesting to see that the Dande demons were able to correctly make that call, but actually there's an engagement coming through here.
He has the need for backup.
Root
Knocks
trying
all.
on Mark. Everyone's still kind of
Nice.
chasing
Yeah.
Bartman, but good disengage.
Yeah, good helping Bart to get his support out there.
But it was
was-
good to see the pick coming out into Nan and mid. A lot of teams, when you kind of get this far behind and you happen to make those really big mistakes, it can feel so easy to just let the game get out of control. But
Yes,
the
Mr.
awareness...
Robot.
Oh, am I lagging?
You and me, but I think it's fine. Anyway, a hell is always just really easy to kill. It looks like Tor's in the air. Do you see
What the hell on
anything?
the red buff? But once again, just a big ward going up there.
Yeah, they're getting decent damage on the mid tower, but
Good engage on the mid, forces the
no
end
kill
of
there
speed.
pretty soon. Yeah, I don't think he needed to be there. There was no backup damage from the Nox support.
And even then, it's only like a hell, right? He's not gonna burst you in that one kind of rotation. Not at this stage of the game.
Yeah, he does do a lot of damage. If the Nem was there as well, he would have been dead, but she wasn't really there yet, which is something that we can only know. Yeah, it looks like, yeah, End is ahead. Neef's, yeah, End is doing fine, and everyone else is super behind, which is
Yeah.
really rough.
Tower about to fall in that solo lane as well. Stoin is looking for an invade, spots out Melbs and says, you know what, I'll let you have this one.
Yeah, probably very scared of the level 12-4. He has not gotten his blink yet, which is very unfortunate. It's very needed for that god. Yeah, it looks like
Demons are around
Demons
that
are
God
really
Fury
good around that
area,
God Fury.
yeah.
Yeah.
Starting it up.
They're on it very early. They have Eastside ult for this as well, so they can get it.
There is vision
They're
on that.
really
though.
late response from the chickens, but they are on the way. Yeah, you need to see them to commit this. Ooh. Good
coming
play
out
out of
of the
Clap.
endless.
Yeah. That was a good secure. That was really nice from Clap to delay the Eastside ult, but it's not
Chickens are
enough.
collapsing now. Stoin is in the back line. Bart trying to
Really
take
nice
him
play from
out,
Bard
man.
to solve the enemy mid laner.
He should be trading himself here. Actually, nice speeds, avoids the root and the silence.
I believe the
Duel
door's in
up
the
and
air.
all.
It's down. And insta dies. But that's Gorus rooted and stunned. Took about maybe 400 damage from Robin, and the Robin has to leave.
Endless dropping
His
really
Robin's
low.
as well.
Not gonna be able to get picked up by the Cthulhu, but
Yeah, they just
Having
need
a
to
lot
take
of
the Gold
trouble.
Fury and the pick and leave. They've just been fighting for too long.
Bart
Yeah,
in a really
that's-
weird position. That is very strange.
If he almost got his backflip off to kill the Nemesis, which is a good play, but didn't quite get it. You can kind of see that fight, the relevance of the solo laners, just making a huge difference. That Cthulhu is just so big at this point.
Yeah, the
And the Raven
Cthulhu
really is
zones
not.
off, Cthulhu zones off three people, and the Raven's running from 2.
Yeah, like you saw, he just rooted 1 and 2, sidging away, and did like 400 damage to her, and then she could just turn on him. It's really nothing that he can do. Yeah, that was the only Fury for the Dande Demons, which is really good. And a pick on the
Endless
enemy
caught out
laner.
here.
He does get the mid tower, and he might be able to live to get to his support. Nice Aegis.
Good knock up
Come
by
on to the
Fred.
Stonus. Oh, he missed the Spear Ball, which is unfortunate. That was a really nice
good
double tap.
turn. That was a
Yeah, really nice
turn.
double tap there. And that's non-rooted. And he's getting defaulted. Oh, really nice kills from Dande Demons.
Yeah, really good quotation
So I
mark
don't think you
bait.
can see it.
Very good bait by Endless.
Yeah, he kind of like even just dying for that T1 would have been a fine play, but he did manage to make it to his support and live and get those picks, which is really good. Hopefully,
PTSD coming
Vanishment
through
doesn't steal
here.
another one.
Silence comes down, but they are able to.
The demons do get it. That was very sus. Mouth speeds could be inside of him. You need to do that to live from the Kafir ult that was coming. Yeah, really nice turn from Dande Demons to get themselves kind of back into the game.
Bart still just split pushing. Might be able to take that tower, but Goris is on his way over, so depending on... Didn't decide to go for it. I think he could have had it.
Yeah. You can see why you'd be afraid. You really don't want to be stuck in 1v1 against the level 19 Jing with
Yeah,
the crit
2
items.
crit items.
Yeah, that would not be... That's not a good scene for the Neef. You can't exactly get away from her as well if she got into auto range. But you just saw... That's a goal for you as the chickens you really, really would want to be getting, because they were super ahead and had a lot of map pressure, so them getting that Oni Fury would have just given them a chance to, get the FG or to even siege more towers. But you just saw that Dande Demons were on it so much earlier, and then they got it for free, basically. Well, they traded kills, but even then that was still fine for them, because they're really behind at that point. And then you kind of just see them overchase Endless and die in the jungle. You do see an 0-4 Hell, which is a bit unfortunate.
Yeah. So, I mean... But that's the easiest person to kill on the team.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You're not really killing the Jingwei or the Cthulhu, so you can see why they would be focusing that hell. But then again, like, would you have been in a worse spot if you just picked a safe mid laner at this point? Like, what healing has she done that's been relevant?
That's
There's
the
really
question,
been-
right? It's like, what has the hell brought to the team apart from 4 deaths?
Yeah. If he was just playing like Yu Huang or something, I think they would have been in a better spot.
Yeah. And there's now the interest... Oh! Big engagement.
Or commit
out
onto
to Jed here.
the Jed.
Double dash is
Getting
down.
exalted as well. It's in the air. It's really early cleanse, but he takes the ult for his jungler as well. That's a
Art
honk
coming
as well
out,
from the Jeds.
and that should be... Oh, Stoinus double dash.
Ooh,
And
really?
really
Oh, that's
takes out, yeah.
that's not a beautiful kill by Jed. The Robin's in there as well.
Them rotating
Just
in,
running
they're
it
chasing
south.
with hell, but she's so
Oh,
far.
nice
Nice double
really
tap.
nice double tap. You just see the squishies from Cognitive Chickens just getting ran at.
Although you
No
do see the
response.
Cthulhu just absolutely running in the back line, getting ignored. Ice Assault gonna be dropped here, taking to about half health.
Yeah, I don't see the point in that Ice Assault. You're never killing that guy, ever. Yeah,
Bart
really nice
still in
fight
the
from the
lane.
Dande Demons.
Should just split push this tower down now, but should
Yeah.
get that one for free.
That was kind of just crazy fight. Also just led from Stonus being way too aggressive onto the
Rider
blockers.
overstayed though. Gorath coming through. Autos are going to connect, and he's
Yeesh.
crit to death. Endless also doesn't have much of a way out. Aegis is going to come out.
The Robin is there to protect him, but
Good stun,
yeah,
but I think this is just time to disengage.
yeah, it's kind of on the map state. It's kind of Gorath diff. Just level
Yeah.
20 Jingwei with so much crit and power.
To be honest,
Really
they could even
dangerous at this
start
point.
a Fire Giant with the Trebuchet pushing the left lane.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You also do see the Gold Fury coming up. I believe if this game works properly, it should be a Primal Rat, but it looks like it's normal. Okay, normal Gold Fury. It's still nice, even though it probably should be Primal Fury. I thought, but that's still what I'd go for the chickens.
It should be burst down pretty quick here. Jingwei, level 20, so she's got the extra gold income, 3 crit items.
Yeah, you can also see the double XE from Cognitive Chickens, which I'm not a fan of. For those objective burns, just one of them would have been fine. But I guess XE is really strong this patch with the upgrades.
If they go the opposite glyphs, they also stack.
Oh, really?
So it's a
I'm a boomer.
stack.
You can
There's a
see
lot of
basically a full build out of Jing, which is really strong at this point.
a lot of bugs this patch.
But you do see the Hell 0 and 5 at this point.
Yeah, 2 levels down.
Yeah, 6k damage. Bit more than the Nox, but the rest of the team doing really well. Gorath's in a really insane spot. I think the chickens, they just need to focus on just being S5, because if the Jingwei was there for those fights, they would not have gone that way. You just saw the
Abra
tanks
out of
storm.
position here. Immune
Yeah, it's
used.
fine. They should not be committing onto that, they're doing nothing
Yeah.
to them. You see, it looks like it's FG time. You see Bartman in duo lane though. Gorath and base.
Yeah, if he gets the gold fast enough, he can actually back for his hidden blade before this fire giant comes up, and that's a big power spike for him.
That would be very nice. But yeah, like I was saying, you just need the chickens backline to be together here with the Nox and the Jingwei, and I think they'll be fine.
Yeah, Jed kind of caught out position from his team on the left side. Everyone else coming in now. Abs into
Lot of damage.
5 people. Them going in to zone everyone out. Ice's ult dropped super early.
Yeah, it's just defensively. And you see Barman completely out of the fight, not really doing anything, just in mid. Yeah,
Yeah,
this
gets
is
a slow off.
yeah, that's a big kill from Nobs actually onto the Jingwei. I don't know how he got that. And Nobs actually did so much damage there.
Yeah, Stoin is forced to back out of the fight a little bit.
Yeah,
Still looking to get that kill, ignoring the Cthulhu.
he should be out. I
Hell
I
also
think
quite low.
Nobs trying to just save the game for them and stop them from getting FG there. They have no ADC now. Well, they just have a Nemesis, but they're all really low.
Yeah, Bart's still up, and honestly, he could be enough to stop them from doing this fire giant if he sticks around.
Oh yeah, they can't do it. Really nice play from Nobs to
Although
shut
Bart
them
is
down from
back
just getting
in.
that FG. Yeah. Well, Endless is there to 1v4 instead.
Endless is there to die instantly. Melb still hasn't
Yeah.
back, so he's sitting at about 3rd HP, but it looks like the chickens will just take this time to reset and then get ready for the fire.
Yeah, the Jingwei is coming up in 5 as well. This is a really rough spot for the Dande Demons to contest that. You do see a huge wave in dual lane pushing into the Chickens tower, but it should be fairly free for Chickens. At most it will be a 5v4. Well, Astonus looks like he wants to back as well. You
Yeah,
really
everyone-
would. If you were the coach, you'd definitely want them to be going for FG right now. But getting a bit of poke onto the Robin. Robin getting pulled in.
Yeah,
But
he
it'll be
stands
completely
there,
fine.
takes his time, bit of loitering. Them actually taking quite a bit of damage there for a Cthulhu. Bartman dropping to half health. Jingwei also
Yeah.
come out. Going big squid.
Boy's on the air, he could go big here.
Looks like he might just look to disengage.
Or go home. You do have all 5 members up for Dande Demons now, and that's running out of base.
He might not get here in time though. That Jingwei is doing quite a bit of damage. Them doing a very good job zoning.
Yeah, there's not there. You see Jed definitely calling to just give it up. I almost feel like this could be a really rough fight in the jungle.
Very low. Aren't coming out.
Ooh,
And he will
big
fall.
kill into the Cthulhu. Stone's solo diving, gets walled off. Really nice wall from Melbs. And this, the dive from the Dande team is just really not taking any damage. Yeah, Abs are just going huge here.
Keep doing
He's
the
doing
damage.
such
Big
big free
four
claw.
roll.
Oh my
Everyone,
god.
Spirit Ball, CC. Where's the DR? The DR changes. Jed gets a big flop.
Okay, I take everything bad I've ever said about Blink 4. That was crazy. A blink into the stun into the double tap. That was absolutely naughty.
Might
Looks
be
like-
overstaying his welcome here, though.
Well, Gorus doesn't have any relics, so if the Nox doesn't save him, he could be in some trouble.
Didn't want to pick up the cup there, so I had to walk on past. Maybe he's hiding in the fog. Big ult. Beads coming through. Not quite enough damage. Bit ambitious.
Yeah.
Oh!
I got him out? That's a bit criminal. You can't really be veiling the guy that's been shitting on your team.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a bit over-aggressive from Melbs. You probably could have seen him just go for the one-shot there with the beads, but kind of like half committed to getting out. But still, they did get FG off all of the members of the Cognitive Chickens except the duo lane.
Yeah. Full build Jingwei. Quite scary.
Yeah, but getting it off that Nemesis and Freeler was really nice. Looks like breastplate coming out of ESET for the Nem. Not a huge fan of the ESET build, but is what it is.
The story of the game is Endless has been out of position quite often and has always been on the back foot.
Yeah, I mean, by that time it's fine. He was getting always through the gang, and then he gets through the ult for nothing, gets out, but definitely could have been in trouble there.
Yeah, having to back in time for the Gold Fury spawn though, but they might not even try to go for it, just take down this tower in the left lane.
Good from Jed, Bot probably was dead otherwise. Yeah, it's kind of
Bit of
only have
downtime.
two members of Chicken's duo lane. It's a bit of rough siege. They do have the hell for healing though.
Yep. Stoinis doing some milking, getting the obelisk ready.
You do see no Cthulhu ult for blue team, which is really impactful. Looks like, yeah, the longer the red team just takes these little poke engages, the worse it gets for them, because you see the hell healing coming through now. It looks like Bart charging all, but there's really no target. There's two tanks in front of him.
Yeah. The threat
just
of
like-
the damage.
Yeah, this looks like a war of attrition that red team will never win.
Yep, that tower's gonna fall and now they can just walk away. Check the
At the very
jungle, see
least,
what's up.
no one died, and they won't be getting the duo phoenixes taken down, but getting these towers and the gold fury is still going to be really big for the chickens. I feel like they're going to mid.
Yeah, it should just be the same play. Them should walk in there, Goro
Yeah.
should hit the tower.
You really would just want red team to either not defend at all or full commit. Because they can win a full engaged. They have a lot of damage, but if these poke trades are just so bad for them.
Yeah, Them has ult up now
Yeah,
too,
coming in.
so he can look for a big engage here if the conditions are right, and it looks like they are. He's going forward, he's up in the ult, Ankh dropping down onto the hell.
Yeah,
Big
really
ice ult
good
coming
ult.
through.
Huge dunk!
Jingwei
And
doing very low
it's
in the
nothing.
backline.
Yeah, Abs is doing the best he can to go with the Nox, but
Stoinis
that's-
put out of position, double dash
Yeah.
and beads forced.
they got them all so low, but no kills yet. They can keep chasing this. They don't really have any tools to catch them, no Toral anymore, but they did get them off the T2, which is something, and all the relics from the carries.
Yeah, and it looks like, I mean, the prize for all that is a Pyro. Could have gone to the Gold Fury. I don't know if that would have been better, but...
Yeah, Pyro not too bad, just got to get out of base really fast, get to that FG, mixing some wards up. But yeah, it's basically... There's only a 5k lead for the chickens at this
Yeah.
point. It's
The
basically
longer
a
it
stalemate
goes,
game.
longer it goes, it means less and less as well. You know, everyone's
Yeah.
starting to get full build. Bartman's got all of his items. Abs pretty much full build, just waiting on that 20 for the Lonos.
Yeah.
The sigil.
Looks like... Yeah, they're basically just behind a few start items. Besides that, they're fine. It's just the conduit and the sigil being finished. Bart's full build, Squares is full build. Just no diff there.
Clearing out
It
the
looks like
division.
Mel's. Yeah, Mel's just gonna get to the Heartseeker. Yeah. The Dande Demons definitely can win from the spot. You're also in a jungle fight, which is way better for your team than laning. Yeah, you just really want to see them take a full commit fight instead of poke trades.
Yeah, it's hard for them to do this dance around the fire as well, because they really don't threaten it as much as the chickens do with that crit Chingwei.
That is true, but they do have much better secure if the E set, so if they do get it down, they can't secure it. Yeah, Gore's frontlining there. Gets
Okay,
Hellclans
fun.
smoothly fine. He does so much damage to Jed. He's rooted for about 5 years.
Forced out, ult coming out from the Raven, Nem ult in return.
Yeah, this is really rough for Dande Demons. You kind of see the tanks and carriers just super disconnected, but really nice forward ult dunk. Kills the Nem instantly and gets out. That's a really good play from Mel. So that's Gore's dead as well.
This is actually a really big turn.
Yeah, really good play from the Dande Demons. Vem might be in trouble as well. They can go back to FG here. Again, you see Melb's really hard carrying these fights, just doing so much damage.
Yeah, absolutely, and his target selection is really good. He's able to get on a person, take him
Yeah.
out, and then get himself out of there.
This is EFG though, it's definitely not completely secured. You see the Dande Demons have no ESET ult for it to secure.
Jed's gonna get knocked up, still tanking fire. Big flop coming through.
Yeah, they're just not killing anyone there, it's so safe. Cthulhu and Nox.
And the bad part here is they're just gonna keep healing up with the hell. So if these guys decide to even try the fire again, they'll just walk back through like
Yeah.
this. Lazy back gonna catch Jed.
Ooh, big Robin ult
Quite gonna
then.
drop.
Yeah, like I said at the start, it's just they have nothing to kill tanks with. You see them kill the carries really well, but then you just have an infinite ESET hitting a Nox support with Lonos.
Yeah.
Just no way they can kill the tanks after the fight's done.
Sad part about that is the carries for the chickens are now back up, and there was really nothing gained from that from the demons. I think maybe it would have been better to pressure a tower rather than going back on the fire and just trying to
Yeah.
free up the map a bit.
Realistically, I don't think they were really getting anything with what they had. It was just a few half-health people, and the person who's been carrying dead. I think, if anything, they should have reset and then started going for FG, because you saw them have to get off, because Bartman was like half at health, and he would die to 1 hell ability.
Yeah. Fire Giant stance still going on. Stoinis come through with the ward.
But we're back to the stalemate. We see all relics up through the carries. Both of Claps are down from last fight though, both of Jeds are up. Which is something, but everyone else has their relics.
Yeah,
Anyways, back to this.
I mean, this is really just a question of who can either poke better or engage first, and I think both of the answers are the chickens.
Yeah.
The one thing that you could do here is look for a big Thor ult just to burn relics, and then get yourself out, and then reset it again. But
Yeah, you mostly... The hell is an alternate timeline now as well, so it's just not that appealing of a target. You have seen Stonis kind of out of position, like being the first one dying in a lot of these fights. For the chickens at least. So maybe you could go on him. But really, you see Bartman in his sniper pit just waiting to shoot someone, but
waiting
one's
to
gonna hit
do waiting to do a bit of damage. Bump himself up in the charts a bit, might overtake Gorath if he hits the right target.
yeah, Bart actually done quite a lot this game. 4-2 and 4 again. Did pretty well for a sub. See a bit of poke on Stonis, nothing really notable. But he just Grass is taking so much damage. Really nice default, and he just died to FG.
Fire
And the
Giant threw
Robin's
it
in
over to
there.
the casters, catch this, big engage, them up in ult.
Yeah, that's a Toro onto the Nem, which is not
Oh,
gone, but
Stoinis
Bacchus
really
is there for
caught out in the
backup.
back. His dash is down, Burp not gonna connect. Double blink coming out from both of them.
Oh, then he
Double
gets
tap.
him! Holy cannoli! Really nice play from the Dande Demons, and
Then the only one
really
up the
nice
front
play out
there.
of FG.
Clapper trying to come through and help him out.
Yeah,
Doesn't
again,
connect. Cleanse coming
there's,
through
there's no way they're killing that Cthulhu, man. They just don't have what it takes.
at the tower.
But yeah, that's tower, and we'll see if they choose to do FG or go for Phoenix. Seems like FG is the call. Again, Eastside ult is down for this, so this is still risky.
It's going to be the same problem as last time. With that Neath, no crit, they're not going to be able to burn it fast enough, and the chickens are going to be able to just walk in here for free with their tankiness and their healing.
The exact
They're
same
getting-
2 people dying for their chickens.
Abs is actually
But-
doing a really good job here zoning. Chickens are choosing not
He's
to just
taking no
walk
damage
past
as
him and
well.
annoy him. Clap is the one that's finally decided what we're doing here is stupid and walks past him.
Yeah, Melb's ulting. It looks like they're gonna go for the kills here. Huge dunk. It looks like one of the Hell's lives are gone.
Yeah,
Yeah,
someone
now-
called the plumber, and he came straight on in. Hell's
Yeah,
gonna
but now
fall out.
the Jingwei is up, so.
I mean,
There's-
that's the problem here, right? Is it's just such staggered respawns. But that
Yeah.
also being said, it's bad for the chickens, because it's always going to be a 4v5 as long as these kind of picks keep happening. But the demons
Yeah.
aren't getting a whole lot off it.
Just a bit. Well, they still can go for something with the hell down, but you really do see how hard it is for them to play around objectives with this comp, with the east side ult always being down. But yeah, that fight,
absolutely.
Abs did a really nice job zoning for a long time there, and they did have the Tor with the Bumper Spear for a bit more FG damage, but still just not enough. Them getting a bit poked. You really need to see the Dande demons go for a fight here while the hell is dead.
Yeah, it'll be good. They're not going to be able to heal. They're not going to be able to cleanse. Beads down on the side of most of the members apart from the Jingwei, so the Nemesis
That
is...
FG is just taking no damage though.
Yeah, that's
really
the
nice
downside.
tokens of Stonus. The Tor's in the
Beads,
air.
He's going to get stunned. Neathort coming through.
Really nice play
He's
from
gonna fall
Melts.
down.
Pick that Nem. Yeah, it's gonna be another 5v4. Oh, Claff in trouble here. This might be his first death of the game. That's nice beads, but still probably dead here. And that's the first time the Dande Demons have killed a tank in about 20 minutes, but really nice picks out of them. And
Hopefully
they still
they
think you said all
trade
for
here.
FG. Yeah. Alright. take 4, can we get FG?
Yeah,
They
it
do
feels
have-
like, I can't remember a time the game wasn't around this FG pit, you know?
Yeah. You do see that you said ult's still up, not used for that fight, so maybe they could use that to secure.
But once
I'd really
again,
like to see
look how
Mel's DPSing
slowly-
it right now. Yeah.
Look how slowly that's being done. Them's just sitting here waiting, looking at who's tasty. Jed gonna get knocked up by the fire giant. All
Yeah.
falling to half health. Melbs is
Ooh,
zoning
this
out.
This is gonna be a disaster.
Oh.
Yeah,
hate
you
to
said
see it.
yeah, you said it's way too early to secure that, and
They
Dande
do get
Demons
the
do get
fire
the
in the
FG.
end, but I think a lot of them are dead for it. Abspro not taking much damage from the Jingwei, but he's not doing a whole lot either. Caught between a rock and a hard place. 3 members of the chickens.
Yeah, if he
He's
was spending
doing
a
good
lot of
time
time for his team
at
to get there.
Oh,
Oh my god! What is this game, man? First game of the season. It's a 40-minute absolute slobber knocker, and you do out of after a 10-minute fight over the fire giant, you do see it on all Dande Demons members except both the carries, which is who you want it on, but they still can't siege with that.
Honestly, getting it on the Ravana and the Thor is still really big.
Yeah.
Melbs
I mean, you
is
saw what
carrying
they could
a
do
lot
with
of
it
his
there.
team. Absolutely. And the healing just means that Abs can continue to be this obnoxious frontliner that he's being, zoning off people, fall back, and just regen up a bit.
Yeah. See Bartman spawning in 5. It is interesting to see how they will siege with this. I'd like to see probably just the Raven in mid and everyone else in duo. You don't really want the Tor in mid, who's really easy to pick for the Nemesis. You see, is that... Looks like Mel's won both the glyph items, but didn't know you could only get one. Well, I just wanted to Magi's this game, but for the Nox, I guess.
Not bad, right? He has been cucked a couple of times by landing into that knock silence and not being able to get his...
Well, I won't question the King, because he's been absolutely diffing this game, but it is very easy for that Nox just to put the 2 on the ground and get the Magi's from him. See the Dande Demons just getting the mid tower there.
Yeah, I'd like to see him push this wave up in the left lane. Or they might even just tank it and go for it here.
Yeah, they...
Not quite in the position, taking quite a while to get there. Clearing out some wards.
Yeah, a little bit slow, but they do have quite a lot of time on this EFG, so there's not really any rush. It is interesting. It looks like currently 5 people in the duo lane, so it might just go for a head slam siege.
Yeah,
So
it'd be a
charging ball.
5v5 if they did.
Well, that's like the Tor's going mid. He does very badly lose that 1v1 to Nemesis, so we'd hopefully not see him go in on that. Nice Spirit Ball. About 100 damage in poke.
Yeah, healed up by the hell almost instantly.
And this... Yeah, the knee fault's just way too obvious. Like, those backliners are never going to be in spot to get hit by it. The only person they can be used on is the Nem in mid, maybe.
Oh, Melb's going up
demon's
into the air.
going.
Big engage coming through. Ice Assault drop, diving to the back line. He's going to try and go on the hell. Not going to be able to find much.
Phoenix still really healthy. Getting back to 50% now. They do
It
get
will
it, but that's
fall.
Barman dead, and everyone else in a really bad spot. Yeah, they can keep chasing this. That might be game.
Respawn times are quite long. There's no towers on the left lane, so they can just run it down if they need to.
Yeah, they just really committed for that Phoenix and just didn't kill it quickly enough. You saw a really big counter engage from the chickens with that Cthulhu ult.
And here they go. They're just going to run it up the left lane.
Yeah, it is a really long time on those respawn timers.
Yeah, only
so much
Deadlock
one
can try and
Barcus can
defend.
do. This will, at the very least, be a duo Phoenix, and then we'll see where it goes from there. The Barcus might be able to stall him for a while with the CC, but could also just get one shot with the Nox combo.
Yeah, Barker's kind of just vibing, doing his best, but his best might not be enough. Intoxicated onto the Goras, but
No way for the chickens, which might be impactful. It's 15 seconds on bar, it's a really long time. They don't have 2
coming
towers
down.
up for the demons. Yeah, this looks like it will just be game though. Yeah, you just see them getting into the time. If the timers were a little shorter, it could have been something, but that will be game 1 for the chickens in your first game of the season for Smite OCL in season 2. And it was an absolute bomber.
what a way! Honestly, what a way to start it off. The second place team versus the third place, and we get a game like that.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm out of breath at this point. Can we pass it over?
Ready to catch. We're gonna throw it over to the analyst.
I missed. I have no idea what that game was. That was one of the most entertaining games I've ever seen. That was so good.
Could you confirm, was that literally the first game of Season 2?
That
That
was
ridiculous.
the first ever game.
Nearly 42 minutes. The servers are going to go down. Like,
And a absolute war on the Battleground of the Gods. That was incredible.
I think
I had so many things to say about everybody. And then everybody, every time I thought of something that I wanted to say, they just changed my mind.
Things
I
kept
really
happening.
didn't like the Thor in the beginning of the game. He didn't do anything. He wasted so many ults and then was an absolute playmaker for the entire late game. Did so many things. I was, not a great fan of the Neath. And then, she was also just shredding. Really unfortunate they couldn't get the Fire Giant. With the Neath was probably a big part. But, just...
pretty
incredible
confident we spent
game.
more than half of the game at the Fire Giant pit at that point. Like, that
Just
was
going back and forward and back and
ridiculous.
forth.
And you do see that with some of the stronger players in OCU, where they're
definitely.
just able to find those right picks to prevent the other team from picking up that Fire Giant. And the cast is absolutely right that with that Neath build, it's very, very hard.
23k healing. What the hell?
That's ridiculous. Very, very hard to lock down the Fire Giant with a build like that on the Neath. So obviously, chickens were able to take advantage of that. But I'm so impressed by the showing from Dande Demons in that set, just trying to keep
Yeah,
the
that
game
was
alive.
a really, really good set from them. My 2 things I didn't particularly like on both teams. Obviously, the 1 to 8 hell. 23k play healing is nothing to scoff at. But I still think they could have picked if they had just decided to not go the sustain fight.
Yeah.
Can you stay on the player screen, by the way?
I sure can't.
After you spectate next one, you can't.
I just didn't. I could have. I didn't.
What? No, you're still. That's just you're still on it.
No, I'm not.
I'm looking at the stream. Oh, okay, cool. That's fine. Anyway, I have it in my head. It's fine.
Okay.
Yeah. While the hell healing was a lot, I mean, they did have the E-set. And the E-set didn't really bring much more than the hell did, besides... Yeah, thank you. I heard that. Okay, awesome. Well, the last thing I have to say is I wasn't too convinced on this Raven pick. He did go Sigil, but he went the Exploding Sigil and, no mitigation in his build.
Yeah.
That's the whole point you pick that god, is the mitigations, unable to die. I wasn't too convinced. I don't particularly hope we see that again. As jumping into picks and bans here. Hold on, let me not watch the Discord.
Denver,
Are we ready to jump into picks and
We are
bans?
indeed ready to jump into picks and bans for game number 2. Chickens up 1-0 at the moment. If I could get my controller working.
I want to say on my other monitor, I'm watching Puri Scrims right now, so that's kind of big.
Who?
Puri Scrims?
No, who asked?
Okay.
That's probably why you're lagging. Pretty stock standard bears coming out so far. Chernobog off the table
I hear
already.
anybody lagging on my end.
Okay. and Kepri taken off the table by the chickens as well. So pretty standard stuff. Okay, please don't break on me.
I'm
at
just
the moment.
waiting for
Maybe
it
I'm
to go
lagging.
through. Just waiting for it to go through.
It's fine. Should be fine. Should be functional. I'm gonna try and keep up with it this time, so we're gonna have less time to talk about things
Okay.
and
Yep.
more time
All right.
to.
Chernobog. Was that banned in the? That was banned in the top
It
3
was
of the last game, correct?
It was indeed. Yeah, the
Yeah.
Raven banned quite a bit of a
yeah.
different run this time, though. Obviously, Abs did work on that pick and doesn't want the chickens to be able to pick it up for themselves.
I'm not fully. I don't fully agree. I feel like the Raven didn't really. I wasn't convinced. I wasn't
You
convinced on
weren't
the Raven
convinced?
in that
I
game.
know that he didn't quite have the items that you were looking for, but I think just the way that
Not
he
even the
played
items.
Go on.
Yeah. Okay. I feel like
I think
a
he
lot
just
of the time
positioned
the Raven
so
was
well.
that's him though. You know, that's just Abs playing well. And I feel like a lot of the time the only value he was getting was from, or that I saw at least, was from him like ulting over into the front line of the chickens to stop them killing Jed.
Yeah.
And like that's good, and that's what you want. You want that Raven ult, you want those mitigations. But I didn't really see a lot from him. Obviously, you know what? Like I said before, that's not what you pick the Raven for. You pick him for the mitigations, but wasn't living as much as I'm not a huge fan of the Soul Eater. I feel like it falls off too hard. I would have rather to see like a Berserkers and Oni Hunters, a Spirit Robe. Spirit Robe's so good. I can't believe he didn't build that. So yeah.
I absolutely agree
Baron
with that.
being banned out as well. I agree with that. And then Kali, Freya, Kepri.
I'm
Pretty standard bans. Lots of CC, lots of late game.
very excited, however, for the first pick coming out of the Demons here, picking up that Yamoja. 80% win rate in Season 1 in 25 games, and we know that Jed
Wow.
loves that pick. Ridiculous stats.
I just can't believe that we get to actually see a Yamoja. Like, it's actually getting picked.
I can't
sorry,
believe that
it's actually
Jed
getting let
is
through.
allowed to pick the Yamoja, bro. That is insane. Do not let that man on that god, especially after such a close game like that. I'm scared.
Yeah, that was a ridiculously close game, and you are giving one of the best gods in the entire game to one of
Arguably the
OCE's best
player
Yamoja
on it.
player.
Yeah. Nox
So
locked in again on the other side for the chicken.
I'm exciting to see. You're talking too quickly. It's not up yet.
It's up on my side, sorry.
Oh, it also says Jormungandr.
It switches. They hover it.
Okay, my bad. All right, well, let me call them then.
Alright, that's fine, King.
All right, well, Nox
when
locked
you're
in apparently. We haven't seen that yet. I have a feeling it's going to be a Nox lock in, but what do you think about the Nox from game 1? Do you think it's good enough to run back?
I don't like it.
I like
don't
the
it.
Jingwei. If they look in this Jingwei, I really like the Jingwei. The Jingwei did so much damage. Didn't even have the new Xe glyph.
Yeah.
Wait for the Silver Branch instead. Maybe just still better. Maybe just still better with the 20% pen base stats.
Yeah.
Probably, to be honest. But yeah, like, what do you weren't a huge fan of the Nox?
No, like I understand its impact. I think it's a really strong god overall. I think that just it has to be played into a certain team comp to be able to get the value out of it. You know, Claff was getting huge silences off, and that was fantastic. He was able to zone out the Thor really well by placing those silences in the right position. But it just feels like a more impactful support would do a fair bit more work into the team fights.
Yeah.
You know, something
definitely
that you can
think
hard
that-
engage on or hard peel on.
He didn't have the 60% cooldown bid, did he? I assume he did not.
He was definitely building CDR, but I don't think he hit the 60%.
Yeah, he didn't have that item,
Yeah,
so...
Chronos Pendant though, so that was quite interesting to see on that build, especially going the Lonos as well and losing out the damage.
Yeah, I
there.
think you're just looking for the passive. Like, it basically chalks up to, like, 30% cooldown with the passive, so it is a lot of cooldown.
I'm just going to keep burning through.
Cthulhu and ESET. ESET hovered, I'm assuming that's going to be locked in.
It wasn't.
So-
Yes.
Dande Demons, bringing the Cthulhu over to their side this time. Want to take it away from the chickens, but also probably play for themselves. It's a fun god, I will say. It did look really, really strong, and you know, with this Yamoja, with this ESET, it is a ridiculous, set of ults for a team fight as the Nemesis locked in for the chickens. That's not surprising at all. They played it last game. It looked good, and it's the emoji counter. I mean, sorry, a Cthulhu counter.
Cthulhu counter, absolutely. Yeah, I think that's a really, really good pickup for them there. And you know, yes, Stoinis, the casters said it, and they were absolutely right. He was a bit out of position in that last game at a few points. Absolutely being hunted down by elves on the Thor, but you know, still quite impactful. Had a really, really good early to mid game, and now against a Cthulhu, he's got a fantastic target for the Nemesis ults just constantly. And you know, we'll have to see if the demons can sort of deal with that, the pressure that god brings out, but it'll be difficult for them.
Yeah, probably might have just been a bit confident, you know, a bit of an ego, like I'll go to the back camps a few times I saw there, but you know, nothing that he can't go. That was a mistake. I'm not going to do it again.
Oh, absolutely. I do, however, love to see the chickens banning out that Thor there and taking it away from
really, really good.
Yeah.
Poseidon, Yu Huang on the Dande Demons, not a surprise. That's just the exact same thing they banned. I think that's the same 6 they banned last time. Oh, they banned the Raven. They didn't ban the Emoja.
Yeah,
because they wanted to pick it.
They wanted to pick it.
All right, yeah. It's 5 same bans. They took the Raven away from themselves. Yep, I'm not opposed at all to that Thor ban. That Thor did so much work. A really, really mechanical jungler, Melbs. He did some ridiculous things over there from the jungle, from the Thor ults. A bit of a meme in the beginning about him being ulting like a ward, but
No, but by
really
the end of that game, he was really, really bringing it. He was doing so much damage on that Thor, and I'm really excited to see that god specifically coming back into the middle.
There was so many really good ones. That the 1-2, the double tap around the speed buff for the kill.
Yeah.
The blink stun double tap.
Double tap was okay.
As Scylla has been locked in here, as I take over while we run into some errors. Apparently, I have no idea what that was about, but yeah, Scylla locked in. Interesting team comp here from Chickens. Like, obviously, full team hasn't come out here, but not a lot of setup for this Scylla. If you're gonna be if you're gonna be free-handing Scylla ult, great. If you're gonna be hitting Scylla off Nox route isn't super reliable, and obviously Nem has no CC, so.
I think that your key there is trying to force the beads as often as you can on that Nox, or potentially, you know, forcing out a Magi's or whatever it is, and then following up with the Scylla ult. You know, as soon as you can get that lockdown on point.
It's a difficult combo to hit, but yeah, obviously very rewarding. Rooted for a long, long time, and lots of time to even chuck your 2 down ult.
Can you see that Susano win rate, by the way?
100%. I can see that. 100% win rate on this Susano.
That's fine.
On her, very interesting. I don't have much to say about that because it's a pretty generic god. Very, very, you know, interesting to see in the comp, I guess. But I'm really excited about this Susano. Yeah. Obviously, 100% win rate's good, but pretty strong into Scylla.
I mean, I'm just generally excited about the Demons comp here. It seems like they've really drafted themselves something quite strong.
Yeah, it's a really. I hope they don't win because then we have to wait for game 3.
That's another thing to say, but I understand exactly what you're saying.
Only for that, not for anything else.
Yes, you're right.
I hope it's just as close. I loved watching that game, and Cullen locked in. Yeah, look, I'm gonna be honest. Team comp wise, I'm going for the Demons here. I'm not a fan of the Chickens comp. I like all their picks individually, but I don't like them together.
Yeah, I understand.
I'm not a huge fan of. I don't really think their comp does anything. I mean, you've got Scylla, Jingwei, Nemesis for this Cthulhu.
Mm-hmm.
If Abs identifies that and realizes I am just gonna die, I can't play the game in fights. I'm just dead.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they figure out their game plan and play off that properly. I feel like Demons just come out and win. If Cthulhu is able to build enough mitigations or play correctly, whatever way he comes up with to do that, and Yamoja ult comes through, Eset ult comes through, Susano pull ult comes through onto these people trying to kill this Cthulhu, even if Cthulhu dies, you get so much value out of 3 people trying to kill 1 tank.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I just wish that...
I'm very interested in the team fights, but yeah. I have no idea.
I really, really wish that the Chickens had gone more hard CC to give this Scylla something to do. You know,
I kind of would have liked to have seen a Guardian come out from them here, from Chickens, to be honest. I know that he just played Cthulhu, sorry, but I really would have liked to have seen even a Jing Chen, some kind of a Sobek, a Terra,
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely. Just something with
some kind
hard
of, if you're bored of those gods, if you don't want to play them, like Kabraken's fun. Fanake played a Mir in an SPL game. There are, you can play the Guardians and have fun builds, but really, really wish that Chickens had more CC. Unless Claff is just the most goated Nox player of all time, and we didn't notice, and he's going to hit every route, and every Silver Ult is going to get a kill.
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
It's going to be hard to see. I think if Claff does go that hard cooldown build and is able to lock people down with the roots consistently enough, and is able to communicate that properly to Nan, then you've got a really good opportunity to do a lot of work here.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
Well, we know these guys have been playing together for, as Snowy said before, 2 years. So
yeah,
they've got that communication down. As it does seem like Tiger Max is coming back in. So no more Bachi Man, no more Bartman. We've got the full team of Dande Demons, and with a sub, they were able to do that.
That's true. Maybe
If there is a
Tiger Max
big
the
difference in comms, yeah, potentially, Barman played really well. I'm not saying that Tiger Max is, there's a skill difference anywhere, but there potentially is a comm diff, a teamwork diff coming out. I'm excited to see.
Hopefully we'll be getting in soon, but Jay Better, give me your prediction. Who do you think is going to take away this game? Chickens to close it out, or Demons to bring us to 1-1?
I have to just look at the comps. I'm not going to say anything other than the comps. I'm going to say Demons from their comp. I really like their comp.
I think
I like
have
all
to
the
agree
Chickens
with you.
gods individually, but I love the Demons comp. Just really, really strong all round. Besides maybe the Anher's the only question mark for me. Not sure why, or brings like a cleanse of Nem Shield, maybe lots of some CC, but I don't know. That's the only question mark for me. I feel like if they don't have an ADC, the comp could fall apart. But I guess we'll have to.
Absolutely. Well, look, I was kind of rooting for the Demons comp, but because you said that, I think I'm going to say that the Chickens are going to win just to upset you. So, let's go Chickens.
Thanks, bro.
And we should be able to shortly pass it off to the casters. You know what? Let's throw it over to them. Snowy and Vinny, take it away, boys.
Watcha, and we're back for game 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's feeling pretty good. I'm happy to see Claff back on the Nox support. I think it did quite well in game 1, just acting as a just like annoyance to stop everything, and good at setting up kills for his team.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm also happy to see Melbs on maybe a bit more proactive god, something he can more hard carry on, the Susanoo. And let's hope he keeps the 100% win rate. Yeah.
But you're not going to introduce me?
Oh, this is my fellow caster, Vintage.
Hi, I'm Vintage.
Hi, Vintage.
Yeah, good comps out of both teams. I like the Dande team, Demons team comp a lot more this game. You kind of see the ADC has more shred potential. And yeah, I do like the Susanoo as well.
What do you think about Endless
the
back in the Isis?
I hope he builds better this game.
Well,
I think he made a lot of good plays game 1. You saw him getting picks onto the hell, but late game he was just irrelevant because he didn't have any damage for the Cthulhu.
Yeah, and there's no reason for him to build a Divine Ruin first this game. So you can see him starting with that Lost Artifact, so it could either go into a coin or a pendant.
Yeah, for the Chickens team, you kind of see with the Nox, the Neb and the Scylla, it's basically just a pick team. You really just want to see the Nox landing the combos into Nemol, into Scylla combo. They won't be able to move and they'll die.
Yeah, and that's another thing, right? Is not only is Melbs now on a more hard carry god, so is Nan being put on that Scylla rather than the Hell. And he'll be able to reposition himself a lot more easily than he could last game. So hopefully he won't quite hit the 8 deaths again, but we'll have to see how well the Demons play.
Yeah, I do like the adjustment a lot, but you do see the Susanoo picks after it, which is something that when they're the only assassin that can reliably kill Scylla. We say the names typed in here, don't see any spelling mistakes, good work, good work.
Excellently done.
It looks like
And
the
invade's
chicken's
coming
going
out.
for invade.
And, you know, this destroys the mental. Hopefully they should be able to get that fast enough.
Yeah, they
Oh.
got that easily. It's
And
really...
that's gone. And this is an FF angle. If this happened to me, I'm already throwing up the S6 mode.
Yeah, I think the only play for the Dande Demons now is just to go for wave pressure there. And poor Jed's hog is going to go without units.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, nice play out of chickens to steal that.
It's also really good for them to realize that they're probably going to lose the wave pressure here to a Yamoja Anho and just go for their own purple, securing both buffs at once.
Yeah. Not really any response invades that the demons can do with Invader's Curse, so that's a safe play.
Yeah, looks like they'll try and get the oracles here off the first wave. Any farm
It's
you
probably
can
something
get.
that they haven't played against that much, so they won't really be knowing what to do. But both level 1 going for these oracles might take longer than they were.
Yeah, well, that's two
one
stacks
down.
of Gilded Arrow there for him, or Golden Arrow.
That's a good point. They do lose complete wave pressure here as well, though. But yeah, on the... I do like the Scylla a lot more than the Hell with this comp. With the Nox as well, you just have a lot more instant damage for it.
Walking safely into lane.
Looks like...
Big scratch
Cool.
coming out, actually. Now dropping quite low here, endless with a lot of damage, and Stone is just
Looks
going
like
to be
everyone will
forced
live.
to-
I think the Susan got pulled there for the kill, almost because of Scylla. The Scylla is completely forced out of lane, which is better for the demons there.
Yeah, going for the green buff to just try and keep up with a little bit of farm. Oh, not even. Gonna walk back into the wave here to catch it.
Yeah, it looks like demons might be able to go for double mid camp here, although the Susan is quite low.
They should have time.
Yeah,
No, chicken
the
has some.
E-set is level 3 compared to the Scylla level 2. Yeah,
There's
they should be able to get
here.
that for free. If Snows goes too far here, they can just kill him. Nice secure out of the demons, that's both mid camps. A lot of commentary and drama for just getting 75 XP, but it's important.
You know, those are the small leads that end up changing fights.
Yeah,
Someone gets
good
an item faster.
combative Claff there to get the poke onto the Honor.
Yeah, nice impale in response, but, you know, definitely more worthwhile for Clapper.
Oh,
Big root into silence.
it's so
Next up,
cringe! It's so cringe,
Dash coming
man.
through.
He's gonna live, but it's so... the Nox just running at him. It's hard to watch that happen to my boy.
Yeah,
Poor on
Storm
her.
is lurking around here. Might try to come in here and clean him up. Jump shot.
Jed does have the
down.
hog, but besides that, this purple might be gone. Needs to start walking toward it now. Might not know that the Nem is there though. Looks like she wasn't spotted.
No, it looks like they're just going to try to fight for wave pressure before going for it, but it's too
Yeah.
late at that point.
You don't usually see an ADC going without purple buffs for the first 5 minutes of the game, but that's what's happening to Tiger Max. Back from his nap.
Jed going to do the quick lap and let him know, hey fam, it's gone. Come back through to the lane.
Interesting. Looks like breastplate coming out of Yamoja first item. Could leave yourself vulnerable to some Scylla Nox combos early. You'd hope to get a Spirit Robe this game. Very good counter to the Nox Scylla combo.
Yeah, it just means that you're not going to be taking as much burst damage from them.
It looks like maybe even game despite the purple invades. Kind of what you expect. Looks like Scylla's fallen behind a little bit.
Yeah, not too much kind of going on here. Those oracles are about to spawn. Looks like Endless and Melbs might sniff that one out, but not blinking yet, so wasting a bit of time.
Yeah. Mel's good solos. Looks like the Scylla's not pushing mid wave too fast, so the set can stay here. It's like she's kind of is she freezing it?
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what's going on there. Slowly getting done. Maybe she missed a crush on the archers, as happens to the best of players. Mid camps
not
have
the
spawned.
best. Just snowy. Looks like
Melb's
free
gonna
left camps for
start
this
those
season.
ones up. Yeah, Nem hanging out in the right side jungle. Might look for the blue invade here.
Yeah,
Playing a bit
very
later than,
proactive Nem game.
Oh, big blink coming through. Cthulhu gonna go up and ult. Tanking a lot of tower damages. Might be a turn. No. Them gonna tank the
The
tower.
Colin can just walk in for free though.
Yeah.
There's no jungler for the blue team. That's first blood for Gorgon of Chickens and Soul Lane. This is really unfortunate. But as Susano, you really don't want to be playing before you get your first item online, so it makes sense that the Nem is forcing all of this. But it's just unlucky Abs was that low.
Yeah, I mean, this is just really good play from the chickens right now. They're just...
Nice red invade from Nobs though. It's for free.
Yeah, hopefully they can go and secure their purple as well. First one of the game.
It looks like there won't be any pressure from the chickens on it, unless Gorus wants to solo invade it. Good old corner invade from 9, misses the one, but good idea. Misses. It hits the 2 on the wave, it's fine. The right mids are still up, but
interesting for
the
Emma
demons
and
don't want
Nob to both kind of ignore them.
that's fair. Probably just wants to speed buff.
Yeah.
You would want to see these teams prioritizing these scorps that are both up as well.
Yeah.
Half going for it.
Helping out his jungle. Melbs has left his up and is taking it back.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see what he's backing for. Yeah, it's a full Transcendence. That's a huge power spike for the Susano.
Yeah, and honestly, I would like to see him just kind of really just play to farm and just let his lanes do their thing.
Well, he can't really gank the Jingwei that much, so those are the question. But we'll see if he can get anything onto the Scylla or the Kukulkan. The Kukulkan does have a full sovereignty, though. Into the Cthulhu matchup, which is interesting.
I mean, that HP 5 is pretty good for him, and he shouldn't be taking a ridiculous amount from the Cthulhu, you know, first item breastplate. Good engage coming out here. Scylla up in ult, looking to find someone. Going to
nice
connect
ult
with the
from
Melbs, a lot of damage.
Yeah.
Nan dropping no good Umoja ult.
Yeah, really good Yamato of the Riptide, and Absor has rotated for this, but looks like if anything they can just gonna kill the Nox.
Yeah, clapping the backline. He's going to dash inside the Nem, and that's 3 dashes to get his way out.
Yeah, really good play from Stonus to be there for the Nox to dash into him. If that was just a regular dash, he was dead, but his jungler was around, so he could just immune all that damage.
Mm-hmm.
It's rough.
Getting wave pressure, so they're going to come through here for the red buff invade. Consolation prize for losing their mid laner.
Will be another red raid for the Dande Demons. Not getting the Tiger Max treatment now, but they massed about a 2k lead, which is pretty big for just 2 kills. You do want to see, as a Susanna Iset Umoja, that's a really good core 3v3, so you would want to see them taking some fights soon.
Yeah, absolutely, because it's so easy for the Susano to force the Scylla to dash and then lock down with the Umoja and the Isis.
Or Iset, but yeah.
E-set. That one.
Looks like the Order Side Scorpion will be going down. Some goblets for the gang. You see the Cthulhu down battle level, makes sense being first blooded under his tower.
Yeah, Stoin
Getting some of his blues invaded.
Mid lane, looking for something. Looks like the mid camp control that the Dande Demons did have will finally now turn over the way to chickens.
Yeah. Jed might be in trouble here, he's gonna be getting rotated on. But it does have Power Max back up nice and pale to zone for his support.
Yeah, Jed's just gonna walk his way out of there. He's gonna have his Riptide up now if he really needs it to force himself
I believe
out.
that got his team the Trebuchet and the extra gold, so nice play out of Jed.
Yeah, very
not
slow
really-
game of Smite.
Yeah, only 2 kills, both of the chickens. You see that lead decayed to about 1k.
Good
So it's
invade
going for
coming out
the
from
invades.
Stoinus.
Yeah. Honestly, for the demons, I would have liked to see them play around Abs Pro a lot more. It's a really strong player. You can't see both games, it's just been shunned in solo lane. Just getting
Yeah.
ganked.
Stoinus might be
Looks
caught
like
out here. A
maybe
bit
a
of a 2v2
2v2.
going on, or 2 1v1s. Them gonna be the first one to rotate over.
Yeah, that's rough. Go straight into the Kukulkan ult. And then looks like
Solo kill from Gorath onto Tiger Max as well.
yeesh. Nice play out of Gorist solo. Looks like Abs is getting 4 men down their tower.
Yeah, and he's gonna come out of that straight into a silence and a Scylla crush.
Whew. Demons did get the enemy red buff in response to that, but probably not worth the double death in solo.
Yeah, they're just gonna drop the blue buff, move on, take out the jungle. Jed coming in here to check, might be checking a bit dangerous. Riptides himself to safety. Or not.
Yeah, they don't have any Nem ult, but do have the root into that.
Really good Umoja ult to keep himself safe.
Yeah, that's gonna be a wash. Abspro TPing to mid, but it's not really anything to do. Yeah, it's Nams just having a free time invading those back camps.
Yeah, Ward's coming out around the fire giant pit again.
Fire giant.
Fire giant. They must be so used to it from last game. I think it's 40 minutes already and ready to spend the rest of the game hanging out there.
Yeah, you do see a 3-level lead for Vem, and then a 2-level lead for Endless. Both of which kinda probably more than they should be.
Yeah, the Scylla has been rotating a lot though, so that's where I assume that a lot of the farm will have gone.
Yeah. It's not my personal favorite way to play mid lane. I like to stay in mid until about 80 minutes, and then new ult to win the game, but you see him getting some impactful rotations, hitting some ults.
Good poke by Nan there. Hits all 3 of them, dropping them to just above half health.
Yeah, you do see the emoji healing, getting Endless up.
Clap dashes in, gonna connect the
Clap has
root.
been hitting all of these combos, man.
Beads forced out from Endless.
Yeah, this Nox is just having a really free time, just going in wherever she wants.
Them hanging out in Melb's jungle, speaking of going wherever you want.
Yeah, both of those back camps just really belong to the Smite chickens, unfortunately, for the demons.
Yeah, Ab's caught between 5 members here. Them gonna make his way on in. He just dashes out. He's a Cthulhu. Them zoning a bit high. Some people hiding behind the walls.
Yeah.
Looks like they might just have to give this one up.
Unfortunately, no repeat of game 1 with the Cthulhu ult steal.
Bit of a wide route there coming out from Cthulhu, but good answer
ult from
back.
the Dande demons. Yeah, this should be free for them. They have ESET ult for this as well, so they really do like doing these objectives.
And
That's that
Yamoja
Slugget's in it.
committing a
Nice.
fair bit.
Yeah, not the best Yamoja ult, honestly. Didn't really do zone anything, but good, really good gold call there.
That's 3 ults forced out from the side of the Dande demons. Jed having
Yeah.
2 beads there to get himself out.
But you do see his lack of magic protection almost getting him killed. It's like, Melps is a
And
good
man still looking for
dashes
this.
in.
Really
Gets-
good juice
missed
coming
the
out
crop.
from Jed. He should fall to the Stoinus. Nan also dropping quite low. No one able to find him, and now Endless is in a bit of a rough spot.
Yeah. That Nox silence just made it really awkward to kill the Scylla that dashed in. It's like maybe another solo kill and Dylan? Oh, we're so close from Tiger Max. Jumps in on Stonus, and no one does to Daddy Melps. Doesn't get either killed as Tiger Max, but looks like his
This is
jungle
still
and mid
good for
clean
the
up
Dande
too.
demons.
Really
Right.
big cleanup. You see these chickens, they've been fighting for about 20 minutes on the map.
I would like to
Really
see
overstaying.
them just take the buffs here and let them go. I don't know if they catch him. Stoinus? Oh, I
Yeah,
think
they can't kill that Jingwei, she doesn't have Aegis.
blink in.
Unless-
Oh no. That was just
Don't like
terribly
that,
played
don't
by
like
me.
that, but they probably could have killed the Jingwei there, but
Yeah,
see,
but-
bit of a disconnect.
I mean, they could have had the purple and the red there, but instead they've just given away a kill.
Well, going for the Jing is fine there, you just need to all be going in at the same time, and you kill her for free.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm right. Anyway,
Okay.
yep. It's just they fucked it up. Killing a Jingwei is really good there. But it looks like Tiger Max might be in trouble actually. If Jingwei came back to lane's full health.
Yeah, he's got nothing. Up, down. Oh wait, this is actually. that was gonna be a hype moment, but
Dude, too Chad for his own good, but it's a free kill for the Jingwei now.
yeah, root coming out into Jed, just a bit of an annoyance.
Yeah, see, really, that was like a really good few minutes of the Dande Demons, but it looks like N's gonna be dead in mid now. Nice Aegis, but
Yeah,
his
fighting
jungler's
side as well.
really
Oh my
far
God,
away.
everyone's just there for him.
Yeah, those are the things that can happen to you when you're playing ESET. You have no way to get out of that.
Yeah, also pushed up quite far into the lane.
Well, just wanted his mid wave. It's fair enough. You can't say it was a mistake when he just wanted his mid wave.
Just
Really?
one more wave, just a smackerel.
You see, it's
That's
2 and
good.
9, but the Dande Demons aren't really that far behind. Probably because of that Cold Fury. It's better
Well, not at
farming as
all.
well.
I mean,
Because you did see a lot of the kills that the chickens were getting. They were getting them because 4 people were rotating to solo lane and not getting the mid wave for their reds. So it wasn't as impactful as the kills would say.
yeah, a 3k gold lead really doesn't mean that much. They're on a back foot, but it's not enough to put them at a huge disadvantage.
But again, I'd say the chickens have a slightly better scaling comp, mostly just due to the Jingwei.
Yeah, and
And a bit the Scylla, yeah. But you know, the Umoja getting late is really good for the Dande demons. You can see what she can do.
Yeah, especially if they find a good fight where they're able to lock in a Nem, a Jingwei. Like, forcing that Jingwei ult early in a fight is really big if you can do that.
Yeah. You need to see Goris back into his native role in ADC. He's just making such a big impact in these games. Just always ahead, always just doing the correct thing. Just a lot of experience in that role. I'd say he was a bad mid laner, but in the ADC role, you can really just see him flourish and be comfortable.
Yeah, he's looking for the invade here. Doing his own thing, gonna be silenced out, but he's just ignoring everyone, getting the buff, and getting himself
He can just
out.
do whatever he wants. He's not gonna die. He knows it as well. He's playing that confident. Just so ahead. And may I say, playing a very OP role that you'd have to be really bad to not make an impact in.
Absolutely.
Looks like might have a big fight here in mid. You said ult yourself.
Now, Stoinis just gonna be able to dash out that Emoja ult.
Yep.
Mel's gonna find
really nice pick from Mel,
in the
the
back.
Scylla. The Cthulhu's coming to help him, so is the Umoja. He gets that for free, and that's just a free pick for the Dande Demons. Really nice player.
Yeah, with this grouping, might even look to take the mid tower. Stoinis gonna come in
Yeah,
behind.
you need to stay together. They have no Nem ult, so it's hard for them to get kills. It's mostly just calling to do this.
Vem got the flank,
solid kill.
Tiger Max soloed, big knock up coming out from Vem. Stoinis gonna go through and try to take out Endless, Wing Gust coming through.
Yeah, you see how impactful that could call in there is. Ooh, just barely missed on the two from
good
Pro.
juke by Melbs. Good Spirit Ball.
Yeah, not a big fan of Abs continuing after he missed the two on the dying there, but it would have been a big shutdown. Now he might be in a lot of trouble. That's beats.
Force. And yeah,
You do
this
see
Jingwei-
Tiger Max getting solid again. Not what you'd want to see from the main roster coming back. Nice dash out of Abs. Oh my god. Dude, Clap with these combos is just
Yeah,
clean.
Clap is a demon on the Nox.
That's... Most
Big
still
damage
going in on
coming out
that
from Mel
really
and
nice Spirit Ball, but it just
going
gets
back
Aegis.
Goris might fall here,
And-
one hit, good coming out from
Really
Mel.
nice play from the ESAT.
Jed
She-
kind of out of position here, getting stunned out, but he'll be fine.
Yeah, Ends just played that fantastically, hitting the stun, getting the Aegis, and still continuing with his Wing Gust, and then getting out. It's really nice by him. But you do see, that kill on the Jingwei is super impactful. They actually might be able to get this Gold Fury. You can see the
Yeah.
Cthulhu has the upgraded TP when it's up in 8 seconds. I would like to see them wait for that.
Good Umoja ult to kind of zone them out, but it might be a bit early. Them just gonna jump over. They do get the Oni Fury, but it looks like they're gonna trade 3 of them for it.
You do see, it's a lot harder for them to get that.
Oh, Tiger Max locked himself in! But they're not gonna chase him. Oh,
Really
good
nice
impale.
impale. They got the Gold Fury. It's not the worst, losing 2 there, but yeah, I would have liked to see them wait for the Cthulhu to TP in and just take the 5v4. Tiger Max might still be dead.
He should
Depending on
have
if he hits
jump
the
up
impale.
soon. There he goes.
Yeah. No blink for Stone, so kind of hard for him to get in there. But you do see the Dande Demons getting the Gold Fury, losing 2 members in the mid lane. It's kind of bad for it, but you know.
It just negates the whole point of it, and now they're getting the Pyro as well. It wasn't Oni Fury, so they are getting a bit of wave pressure and map state, but I think that's just going to be quickly cleared out by the cognitive chickens.
It was good recognition from the blue team to go for that Gold Fury, knowing that the Jingwei was dead for free, but they should have just waited for the Cthulhu to TP in and just take the fight from there. Committing that hard to the Gold Fury is just guaranteeing that you're going to get picks for it, which really isn't that worth.
Yeah, definitely, and you know, you trade 1 objective for 2 and 2 kills.
Yeah, absolutely. You see this Jingwei is just so ahead, just so fed. It just makes it really hard for the frontliners and Dande Demons. Or anyone. Looks like he's going mostly Pen with a little Wind Demon in there. With the 2, that'll be quite a lot of crit, especially once he finishes Arrow as well.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if he gets another crit item, or if he just decides to go...
Really nice Riptide out of Jed. Did you see that?
I didn't know, I actually missed it. I watched it on stream.
He boosted it out of...
oh yeah, out of the crush.
Boosted him out of the crush, yeah.
Yeah.
But you see, double 4-0s for the Chicken Divers. Really good at You can see their game plan of just getting them ahead, skanking him early.
Bit of
And
corner
just
bait
making a
coming
big
out
impact late.
from Tiger Max, but I don't know that this is the fight he really wants to take.
Yeah, you see the Susana there, but it's warded, and Goras is just too smart to take a fight with someone that's 4 levels down on him, knowing that there's obviously going to be a gank. Server maintenance, 30 minutes.
The timer has been started. This game is on the clock.
Yeah, the boys need to start running it down, but in all seriousness, you probably could see FG call here for the chickens. Both their carries good for it. The Jingwei has the crit and Celeste secure.
Yeah, and she's finished her starter item now as well, so even more
Yeah,
crit
she's
coming through.
gigantic. Yeah,
Damage
really
coming out of the
over-aggressive from Stonus in my opinion, but doesn't get punished. Looks like Abs is just fighting 2 people in his lane, doing a lot of damage to the Jingwei.
Yeah, they're just trying to get this tower, but
Oh,
Goran can't
Jets?
find people coming in.
That's Nemesis beats Forest.
Really weird split fight here. Jed's went up pretty far and his team's still under the tower.
Yeah. Yeah. He got the Nem beats, but you do see that the on her split pushing here, so they have no way of really killing anyone. Yeah, there's just no way that you can win a point at this fight, or fight at this point in the game without your ADC. And the Jingwei is this huge.
Yeah, and I mean, Sweater's just gonna go through, claim his stuff. Tiger Max is split pushing, but this is just gonna be a free fire giant.
Yeah, you see Vemtron backing. Doesn't have TP up. Looks like he's trying to go back to the tower, but you can just do this with the Jingwei in a tank.
Honestly, not going down as fast as I thought it would. Maybe a few unlucky crits, but still gonna be secured regardless.
Yeah, there's
Tiger Max,
no contest.
yeah, Tiger Max was able to clean up the tower in the left lane.
Yeah, it is something. You do see, despite being 17-4, Dande Demon's only down. So it's like, yeah, it's only 5k. Wait, no, 6k.
Yeah.
But it's not as
Quick
much
math.
considering the amount of kills.
Yeah, and I mean, once again, chickens are kind of, at least the way it's being played, it's going pretty slowly, so it's not unreasonable to think that this could just be another game where everyone's full build level 20.
Yeah, it will depend on how this FG siege goes. Oh, interesting build out of the Emoja. If my dear cameraman could hover her beautiful earring, I'd like to see that.
Yeah, she's currently at 50% cooldown.
Yeah, really. She really prioritized all of the CDR and just the utility in the build, but she has very little prots to survive. It looks like En's dead in mid.
Yeah.
No way he lives that with that Nemesis there. Just
I
wait
wouldn't
for
be
push for the midwave.
surprised if the next item coming out was a Spirit Robe, just to kind of cap off the CD and get some extra protection, but there is just murder going on in every lane at the moment.
Yeah. The boys felt like clearing some waves, which is fair enough. But both carries now for the Dande demons are dead.
Yeah, it's the one more wave syndrome.
Yeah, it's really no defense they can put up now. Tiger dead for 40, so even if they stole for Endless, not really much they can do.
Yeah, and they're just sieging both lanes at once.
Yeah, might not see another 40-minute game, which I'd be grateful for, so my voice could survive, but good siege from the chickens so far here, picking off both the carries. Looks like really nice mojo off the zone off the, yeah. No autos making it to the Phoenix, but you just see that Kakolan taking no damage, tanking it up.
Yeah, he's just sitting in the
Nemortis,
back line,
the Umoja.
taking out the only real threat to the front, to the carries at the moment.
Yeah, you can see how squishy that Umoja was, but no prots really. Just how long that Kakolan can tank as well. It's free siege for the chickens. Well, I'm not sure if they can get mid as well. Looks like Goras is backing.
No, I think they just fall back, clean up the jungle, and then maybe push some waves.
Yeah, there's no real reason for them to risk that. You already got the best Phoenix on the map, which give you a lot of pressure doing FG and anything on the right side of the map.
Theory.
Yeah, you can see the lead from the chickens expanding quite a lot. It's gonna be a
I
lot
mean-
harder for Dande Demons to win.
They're doing the right thing. They're not overextending with anything they have. They're just taking what they can and getting everything else on the way out.
Yeah, it will be interesting to see if they want to siege with the rest of their FG or just wait for the next one. They probably still have a decent amount of time on that FG. They can get a few towers or even the mid Phoenix.
Yeah, I mean, with that right tier 2 still up, you'd kind of expect them to either shovel wave in and get it or just tank it. and then maybe try to get the next 2 Phoenixes when the fire spawns. Or with Fire Giant, the next spawn off.
Yeah, honestly, at this point, they're in such a good spot, you probably could just siege with FG, but waiting for it would probably be the proper play.
Yeah, carries all kind of coming out of base at the same time, just hanging out. Them solo pushing up the solo lane.
You see the full build from the Jingwei with the upgraded Executioner as well. Just so strong. 18k damage. Yeah, you can read that word salad if you want, viewers. That your next base. Yeah, no one knows what that means.
Means when she hits someone, she's gonna hit them a lot harder the more she hits them.
Yeah, that Jingwei will be hitting really hard, and you see
Yeah.
how well they've been making use of the Nox routes this game. Wouldn't be surprised to see Jets get
down
picked.
this tower. Not really much of a fight that the demons can put up here.
It looks like they will just wait for the FG to come up. Not a bad call.
Still
But-
quite a while on it though. Some caught. Oh,
Corner
Really
bait.
hiding in the bush.
Could work. With the Nox, their pitch potential is through the roof. You see
Seen
the
him. Oh, really nice route coming out from Clapper. He just
Yeah.
doesn't miss. Jed ulted, can't go through his own Riptides because he beads.
really rough. Just both
Oh,
tanks pushing
and
the
Abs is
chickens.
just gonna
Really
fall,
nice
and-
play.
This should just be the game, honestly. Just play it slow, let minions push in.
Yeah, with that Duo Phoenix down, should just be game over. Oh, the Stone's falling really low, but they can't finish him.
Melb's in the backline, kind of just hanging out, spectator mode.
Ooh.
Clapper does see him there.
What it out. You did see the chickens go for an end here.
Trebuchet coming through.
Yeah, that left wave is pushing in now. They have fire minions. Oh, the Endless is doing a lot of damage.
Them zoning out Tiger Max, taking the 1v1. Doesn't look like he's winning that.
Yeah, Trub hitting the Titan very, very hard. Nice spear ball out ends. Chicken's getting really poked. I'm sure if they can go for this now.
Yeah, it's a bit of an awkward position here for the chickens. They might just have to fall back and get that fire.
Yeah, still very good. It's got both side lane Phoenixes now and obviously a free fire giant as well.
Yeah, backing to reset.
Yeah, not a bad call. Even if the demons do contest the FG, it is really hard to outsecure Scylla. And you do see different executioners come from the jungle into the ADC this game. That one's cool, I like that one.
Yeah, and like I said, both of those stack. So if Stoinis and Goras happen to be hitting the same person, that's no
Another
protection.
combo. Really big emoji, but
Really good killer ult onto Endless in the backline there. Drops him to below half health from that.
yeah, the emote is just not tanky enough. It just absolutely gets melted in these fights. Some die about a second there. Yeah, it will be FG for the chickens. I do like the Dande was looking to contest that. Because you're not
They have
really...
to.
Yeah, you have a very low chance of winning defending at this point with these Phoenixes down and the leads that the chickens have. So just taking a jungle fight and trying to get something is a good idea.
Yeah,
But-
we do see the return of double lifesteal Tiger Max.
Yeah, it's always a good time getting double life steal. Yeah, it looks like they're just gonna go for the mid Phoenix here. I think they have one more fire wave and duo, so that'll be putting pressure on the map as well.
Tiger Max backing might be able to finish his item here. Yep, Deathbringer coming out.
Yeah, it's a full on her build. Yeah, so they're just getting a lot of damage on the mid Phoenix for free. It's just not an ult dropped, but it's only
Oh,
hitting
good
the
pull
knock
into the
support.
class, but nothing much comes from that. Isis ult just going to be put down.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Put
a
off a
few
little
blown ults just to poke Nox.
Yeah, all ults up on the side of chickens.
Yeah, they can really just go on whenever they want here. Colin can initiate. Or the Nemesis and just do that and kill Endless in about
Yeah,
half a
just blow
second.
someone up. She's going to trade a life for it.
Really nice,
Gorath
good
will find
autos from
dead.
Tiger Max to get some damage off, but not going to be enough.
Yeah, tough situation to be in there.
You see Melbs around. Scorus is kind of in a rough spot.
Everyone quite low.
Almost gets the kill onto 9.
Big damage.
Just not enough to
Ventilate
actually
in.
through the one. You see the demons actually put up a pretty good defense till that happens.
Melb's looking for someone in the back line to try and find, but he's just wasting a lot
Yeah.
of time.
Yeah, it's pretty long time on the respawn time is here for the carries. It's gonna be a
Ab's
game
not
for the
able to make
chickens.
it out alive, and Melbs is coming in behind everyone. And
Oh.
that's just going to be a crush.
Really nice play from all of the chickens this game. Really good from Stonos and Clef and Vematron and Nine and the Gorus. Just really
Yeah.
You saw the
That's our-
demons fight super hard that game, but
That's our first set of the
ended
OCL.
up losing. Yeah, it was a really good one. You saw the demons fight super hard that game, but chickens kind of just came out on top in most engagements.
Honestly, if I had to give an MVP, I would say Claff. That Nox was just too
I'd say
obnoxious to
Clef
deal
or
with.
Fig for sure. Clef was
Yeah.
really, really good. In fact, was just playing the Jingwei to its maximum capacity. But I do believe we'll throw it over to the analysts after our first game of the OCL, and it was a barn burner. Thank you.
Thank you very much to the casters for that cast to bring us that fantastic set. Jay, but there's two things I want to talk about before I let you go off.
Go on.
First of all, there were two things
on.
on the chicken's mind going into that game. Number one,
Mm-hmm.
man, that first game was long, and it was so close. We just need to end this game. Number two, server maintenance in 40 minutes. Those were the two things on their mind, and they absolutely played with those two things ready to go. The other thing I want to talk
Yeah,
about
I
as
felt
well,
like game one they played really.
I want to quickly apologize because first of all, I said that Scylla would need setup, some kind of hard
Yeah.
CC. No, Nan doesn't need it. He'll just hard CC for himself because he can, and he hit
Freehands it. That's
nearly
fine.
every single. Oh, just freehand. That's fine. And number two, I said I didn't like the Nox. I love the Nox. It's a fantastic pick. Clough is a champion.
Yeah.
There's nothing else to say about it.
I remember when before that game I said I'm not sure if Clef is a sleeper Nox, just absolute
He is.
god,
He
and
is.
he is.
He is that.
apparently
Yep.
doesn't miss a single route ever.
Remind me to ban that god. 'Cause that was ridiculous.
Yeah, when we're playing against him,
Yeah. No. Yeah. We'll
ban
be
him,
banning it.
probably ban the set as well. So that was crazy. That was very crazy.
Really good set.
Very really good set. A really strong game out of chickens on that one. And man, look, Gorus. I know that he doesn't have any more damage really than the Scylla or the Cullen, but his stat line, he was hitting so hard.
Oh, absolutely.
He was killing everybody. Like I said, like it really was just kill that Cthulhu. He's 0-6. You know,
I mean-
kill the Yamoja.
10, 1, and 6 on the Jingwei is pretty hefty as well. I love to
Yeah,
see it. Top player
yeah,
damage in the game. He did a lot of work on that one. But I mean, Claff Champ just went ham on this Nox. It was so impressive to see.
He
Root after
like
root
on
after
the
root.
corner bait, that was all him.
Oh my
It
lord.
was yeah, I really liked the Nox figure.
I do
Yeah.
want to talk about the casters
Oh.
mentioned it, and it was unfortunate to see like how just squishy Jed was. He did make an attempt to go towards that CDR build on the Yamojo, and it was a good attempt as well, but just so easy to kill when he goes towards that. You know, he doesn't have quite enough tankiness, and he got that bauble so early, and it's so expensive. And you know, you saw him, he got off ult after ult, but immediately was dying. And I think that the chickens were really playing around that quite intelligently.
Yeah, that was my I've been saying, sorry, to you about that item is that I feel like it's a situational item because it's hard for a support to get that much cooldown.
Yeah.
Without doing what he did, and you just die. You die so quickly,
100%.
and he only had like 3 items.
Yeah, exactly.
He didn't
Oh,
even start to build the next one. Didn't have upgraded beads. Had the full shell, which is good, but didn't get his upgraded starter. He was level 17. Didn't get an upgraded starter. Didn't get another item. He had breastplate, Pridwin, and the cooldown earrings.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah.
In 30 minutes.
It's rough to see.
Which don't want to see. You don't want to see. I definitely a bait building that. Sometimes. I think it can be really strong.
I think it's all about timing it right and having the right build around it. Either way, fantastic showing from the demons regardless.
If that game goes longer and Claff builds it last there, he has Chronos Pendant, Spirit Robe, he's going into Discord,
Yeah,
and then that's
And then
40% 40% cooldown. Even if you're only at 50,
yeah, you're still going to
it's
absolutely
another
do
10%.
work. And then having that, you know, he would have had that low nose coming up pretty quickly as well. So I think he was actually, like, he was level 20 and he didn't have low nose, he still had protectors, which means I think he was rushing that cooldown build to try to get to 60%.
He might have been.
He would have had 60 with
Yeah.
pot, apparently. Alright, well,
Yeah, he would have. Yeah.
this
Now-
MVP...
Yeah, Squinus didn't
Go on.
do any troll stuff at the back camps, so that's good.
That's good to see. Love to see that. MVP vote, I think is pretty clear. Claffer is our MVP for this set. So, Claff Champ, if you want to come back in for another interview post game this time, we'd love to have you have a quick chat, and then we'll ship off.
The
from
Fury
there.
won this scrim.
Good job, Fury.
Yeah.
I'm actually impressed. That's
15
pretty good.
minutes. They've got 15 minutes in game 2 right now. They're 14 minutes in. They're 15 minutes before server shutdown.
Yeah, nice. OCL. There we go. Hello, Claff.
Hello.
Welcome back.
My lord. Please never play. Can we like go to high res and have them disable the god
Yeah, Nox was
Nox
just a
while
bit.
you're playing against us,
Just a
please?
bit much.
I'm surprised they didn't ban it after the first game, honestly. They just ran it back.
It looked a bit sleeper in game 1. Not gonna lie.
You
Game 2 was
just
rare.
turned up in game 2 though.
Okay.
Yeah, I was actually doing stuff in game 2 though. In game 1, I was kind of just doing nothing.
I mean, 0-1 and 16 on the Nox. You just went ham on that pick. Have you been practicing it a bit this week, or?
Uh,
I happen to know that you have.
only a little.
yeah,
I
man.
think I've played like 80% of my games since
Yeah,
the patch.
only a little. Remind me
It's
to
very
start
fun
practicing, huh?
pick. Very fun pick.
I mean, that was great. What, game 1, very, very close game. What were you guys sort of thinking towards the end of that game? A lot of back and forth going on in that first one.
We knew we stuffed up in the mid game. We just blamed ourselves, and we actually started grouping instead of just suiciding.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we just was so much stronger, especially with them. His rotations in the second game were huge.
Oh my lord, yeah, 100%.
And he was so far ahead of Abs. Like, Abs was just a null factor in the second game.
Yeah, the Cullen, had just such a huge presence in that second game, 100%.
Yeah, Vem was absolutely huge. And Theg soloed Tiger twice.
Oh, yeah.
Bart definitely showing he's better than Tiger. They should have just kept him in, honestly.
Oh, all right.
Sorry you lagged out a bit there,
Someone-
Claff. Did you
someone
say something, bro?
Someone clip that. Bit of heat coming between.
Hey, you love
How do you
to
guys
see it.
feel about game 1? That was a really, really long, really close game, and I feel like that Phoenix fight could have gone differently if maybe they had Fire Giant on the carries. What do you feel about that game and that Phoenix siege at the end?
The Phoenix Siege in the end was actually pretty easy for us. Lath just blinked in and one-shot everyone at the end.
Mm.
And Bart was...
Fair enough.
I grabbed him and he was one-shot. But then, I don't know, that was such a weird fight. There was just... Everyone was everywhere. It was so bad. But the other team stuffed up so bad. They could have won so easily.
Absolutely. I was really, really impressed to
Yeah.
see such a fantastic showing in literally the first game of season 2. Like, it was such a good game. So,
That was a good set of Smite.
oh,
That was
absolutely.
good fun.
Yeah, I agree.
Absolutely. Snowy,
Very
if you're still
unfortunate
here, any
that,
questions you want to ask for Claff as well?
I have a little question.
Yeah, of course you do.
Oh, the cow has a question.
Well, I didn't watch the pre-game interview because I was in a casual, so I don't know if this was already asked. But how do you feel playing with the chickens? Are you meshing well with the gang? Are you happy playing with them?
I'm very happy after sitting on the bench for so long, man. Finally in the action.
I know how it feels, man. It's hard knowing you have all that talent on the bench, and you clearly showed it that set, playing amazing on the Nox.
Oh yes.
You know how that feels, huh?
What, being on the bench for the chickens, Vinny? Is that what you're complaining about?
I
having all
have
the talent and no
major
one
beef
knowing
with all
it.
the chickens. Yeah. Congratulations, Claff. That was a really amazing first set with
Really
your
good,
new
man.
team.
Absolutely.
It feels good.
I just want to say
Good.
though, you did the least damage in the entire game out of anybody. So
Ooh, unlucky
I
Claff.
did
you're
Gonna
gonna
have
have to
to,
improve on that for next time.
gonna have to take those MVP points away from you now.
Oh,
Less damage than the Yamoja who had the starter item that makes you do. So the item that makes you do 20% less damage.
But Claff Champ had protectors until literally level 20. were you hard rushing for
I
that
don't wanna hear
CDR
that.
at that point?
not really.
Interesting.
Because of how the Lono's upgrade works,
Yeah.
you can get the full stacks with just the Spirit Robe and the Hide of Urchin. Not Urchin. The
Mantle.
other one.
Discord.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
yeah.
You can get 5 stacks. I was aiming to get it after then, and then with Power Pot, you get 10% from that. So
Yeah.
I'd hit 60.
So you
But,
were going to
I
go the.
I was
bauble,
gonna
though.
go with that. I
Good.
was gonna go with that. It
See, this is the problem with these
obnoxiously
sets. Is not being able to get it done and finish the build.
Yeah, the only time I've gotten it done in a casual was against like Tilly and Simply.
Yep.
And that went to like
I don't know
40
those
minutes.
guys. I don't know who that is.
But I was very sad we ended very early. But servers had to go down.
Yeah.
We had to go.
Well, congratulations on your win for week 1. You guys have a little bit of a break before your second round. But GG, my friend, and
Thank
thanks for
you.
the epic showing on the first set.
I won.
Yay.
Yay.